And just like that, the camera thing is done. You guys are professionals. Hey, let's beat enough of that out of you, buddy. It's Thursday night, and we are playing D&D, and you are here.
You were going to go into a rap. It sounded like you were about to start rapping. It's Thursday night. Never mind.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's how we rap in D&D. Anyway, we are the non-rapping yet edgelords and murder hobos for Nerd League Gaming. You're still too early. Now you're on time. Go. Okay. Now all right, our usual solid start as we pick up the game here on Thursday
Starting
night.
properly is overrated, I've heard.
Thank you for joining us. We are thrilled.
That's how you finish.
We are thrilled to be here on Thursday. I know this is something I look forward to all week, and we're glad you could join us. And if you have friends that want to join us, come join us. If you haven't followed us yet, follow us. You can. What else am I supposed to say here? I always feel like I'm supposed to do some kind of intro, and I just don't. I don't know. Let's get into the stuff. Who has fun stuff going on this week? Fax Fox, you're doing some sort of Minecraft thing on your channel. What's up with that?
That's Saturdays. Yeah, I'm doing the hardcore Minecraft 100 challenge where you have to get all 100% advancements on hardcore, which is permadeath. One death, you die. So there's been a few resets so far. It's going okay. The last run went pretty well. I'm actually continuing. I didn't die last run. I did a whole stream, no deaths. So fingers crossed for Saturday. Knock on wood and all that great stuff.
Good luck, man. And how do we tune into that? Where do we find you?
The Fax Fox.
The Fax Fox.
Twitch.tv/the Fax Fox. That works.
Right on, baby.
Self plugs over. Self plugs and pandering over.
Who?
We're not here for that. We're here for D&D.
All right. Who else has something fun happening? I see John got a shave. I hear it's almost up to freezing in Canada. Is that true?
Yeah, getting close to -1 Celsius.
Freedom units, John.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know either.
30 degrees.
30.
I think it's
about 29.
We'll take it. You'll take it. Not down here, man. We're in the. I think we're in the 60s still, something like that. It was like in the 50s for a day, like an hour or something down in sunny New Orleans. But now it's fine. And like I said, it is Thursday. Hector and Anna, shout out to you guys real quick. Anything fun happening with you guys? Weather-wise?
Dying in grad school.
Dying, don't die. Anna.
Grad school's a mistake. No one ever do it, please.
Just don't die. If you have to quit, it's fine, but don't die.
Fuck out of school as soon as I could, and I haven't turned back.
Help.
I'm with you. All right, friends. Well, fantastic. So we are here, and we are mostly on time, which is awesome. Last week we had quite a fantastic adventure. I think we really got to end on a really great note. Do we have the weekly recap?
John.
Zavroski, where are you? I can't.
So much going on.
Wait, where is he from here?
So
down there.
Last episode, we were continuing a fight with the devilish hag in our manor.
Ponder.
While we picked up from there,
Buddy, don't go bragging.
she blasted someone with some magic missiles, and then she also ended up consuming one of the spirit children and growing a little bit more powerful. And she also made Leaf, who we thought might be our ally in a spirit, but he was being controlled by the hag. He went and kind of fought Cole a bit. But
Just a bit.
Cole managed to score a second crit hit and did a bunch more damage to her, so she was hurting pretty bad after that. During the fight, we also noticed that the outside of the manor kind of looked like a maelstrom, so it kind of seemed like we were somewhere else entirely, but still within that manor.
Had me real worried we were going to Barovia.
As the hag went to eat another spirit child in the manor, Elona managed to do some good maneuvers and grappled her away.
Some WWE wrestling moves, I believe.
Smashed it over her shoulder. And right as that was done, the hag then put Elona and Cole to sleep and was ready to move on and eat the child, but Jake brought out his good old blam gun, turned it sideways, and shot her right in the side of the dome. and she went down.
Gray matter all over Elona and Cole.
Poor hag.
Hot.
And with that, the moonlight from the real world came back through the windows, and we noticed we're back right in Waterdeep. And the spirit children that were remaining thanked us for defeating the hag. And we decided to burn the body. And it turned out after that, Leaf became super friendly to us and became a good old ghostly bartender, serving drinks and all kinds of other nice things for us, pulling out chairs and everything. And after that, we leveled up to level 4.
Woo.
Level 4 hype.
Lots of cool things happened there. Different people took different feats. Zavroski became the actor feat. Jake, what'd you take?
I took the tough feat and got my hit points all
He's
in
ready
order.
to be a frontline brawler over there.
Well, more like a backline to protect myself a little bit better and take a few more extra
More
hits.
like he squishy
Sure.
and didn't want to get hurt.
All right. What about Cole?
Able to
he
get
took-
away easier when I'm running.
He took mobile. Also, get away easier.
Fuck you
get
guys.
Strike and dash away.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
And
much.
Alona
It's all about
chose to.
I took Sentinel so that way I can make people not get away, because
Yeah.
fuck you guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
look,
You hold
I
them while
have,
we
The
run.
true
I have a
frontline now.
spell that if I hit somebody, I have to make them move so they take extra damage.
I have the lowest hit points. Why am I the one who holds people
You're
off?
doing a great job, Elona.
I would have taken it, but you said you were going to take it, so
Yeah,
you know, we
it
only
just
need
makes more
one.
sense for Elona to take it.
We only need one.
Well, and there we are. After the level up, we'd sorted out the hag problem, and the workers began working on the tavern anew. During that time, we decided to visit Staggett and got a bit more information about the fact that Jake was actually working with the guards. Everyone finally was clued into the fact that Jake was
You sneaky
helping set up
bitch.
a
His
sting
best friend,
operation,
Staggett. His
and,
best buddy.
became good
My
friends with
pawn.
Staggett.
My pawn.
No,
and
the
we,
best friends.
Let Staggett and know about the opening of the bar in about a month or the next month, and he was going to be there with some of his guard friends for sure. Was the idea.
Also, to
We're
be
all good
fair,
friends.
I'll note that Jake puts Staggett in danger and he protects his friends. He doesn't put his friends in danger. Not anymore. That's not the same. That's not the Jake. That was the Jake of the past.
Yeah, that's old Jake. That's fun
Trouble.
Jake. That's
It's
the
all
Jake
about
that
trouble,
lives.
Alona. It's all about trouble.
It's all about the trouble and staying out of that trouble. Trouble's like a circle. It follows you around.
It's
Right
no
here in
corner.
reverse.
It's just it's a circle.
Capital T. And that rhymes with P. That stands for pool.
What?
So, during the construction days for about 6 more days, we had a few stop-ins, but most of it went smoothly. A female dwarf did stop by, being Okoria's Stone Mariel, who was a previous owner many generations past. After a bit of discussion with her, she said to put the first round of the tavern opening on her and put down 3 harbor moons, worth quite a bit of coin for. She said she wouldn't be in town for the opening, unfortunately, but did leave that behind. After that, we confronted Agatha about the fact that there was a hag that almost murdered our party, still in the house after she had banished the spirits. We were quite hostile at the beginning, and while that was being done with Cole,
I agree with
Elona,
that.
and Zavroski being hostile to Agatha, Jake took the opportunity to use his invisible mage hand to lift a few nice crystals from the shop.
You guys.
Zavroski did kind of
Deserved it.
apologize for the immediate hostility when they talked to her, as she did agree to offer a free consultation on future events and a family and friends discount if we needed her services in the future.
Very nice.
After that, Zavroski did manage to visit Lord Melshimber to give an update on Jake and the fact that he was not actually being a criminal anymore. He was working with the law and doing good things. Everything was a great plan by his devious, sneaky mind.
I'm a lawman now, Dad.
Not telling
Boring.
anybody about his plans, but it all turned out great. With that, Lord Melshimber decided that since Zavroski was becoming fast friends with Jake, he couldn't quite rely on the information
Best
from
friend.
a friend.
Shut the fuck up, Hector. No one's allowed to be friends with Jake except me.
And he decided to no longer employ Zavroski as a sort of spy on his son. He'll have
poor
different
choice.
people doing that.
In my opinion.
He did not say he would have different people doing that.
He said he'd have people watching.
Well, but he's not going to have people spying on him. He didn't say he was going to have people spying on his
He
son.
said I would have eyes on my son.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That
I'm just saying, he didn't say
equals
spying.
spies.
Yeah, but that's how Zavroski understands it as being spied on, because that's exactly what he was doing.
True, it's true.
Just with a bit more, I don't know,
As long as they don't become
good
friends with
intentions for
it's
Jake.
fine.
Yeah, without the buffer.
Close to the opening night, Renier did visit. Did you want to recant that, Roy?
Not recanting anything. I am only saying that he may have been in an odd mood that night as he visited, and
Because he did inquire about hosting a nobles only kind of grand opening, and everyone except for Zavroski were quite hostile about that concept, since everyone seems to hate nobles in the party in some way or another.
I think we're all fairly justified in that.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna fix that. Don't worry.
Well,
Sometimes
during
the
that
DM
conversation, Cole did storm off, and after Renier was leaving, Zavroski did try to set up maybe some potential side gigs with him or his noble friends in the future. With that, Elona did actually follow Cole after he stormed off, and they had a good heart-to-heart where Cole explained how he hated being looked down upon because he was not born like a noble, or born with noble blood. And Elona opened up saying she dislikes pretty much all nobles other than Jake. Cole did agree with that sentiment as well, since Jake does have a different air about him. And they also have more of a heart-to-heart where Cole says he admires her, and they have a good talk about the party.
Cool, moving in.
Slide into those DMs.
Slide in.
Cole.
Oh, you took it from
Slide
me.
into those DMs. You weren't fast enough.
This is the
Cole
best
also
thing ever.
tries to defend Zavroski a little bit about being a good member of the party. Not sure if it sticks too well, but there was
The
a
effort
little
was
bit of
there.
The
That's
effort was
true.
there.
It was indeed. It was indeed.
And Elona offers for Cole to get a good punch in on the door to relieve some of his stress and anger from being.
And he fucking owned that punch.
He does a real good punch on the door after Elona egged him on to do it. And Elona might have been slightly impressed, but she also says that it's her thing and that not to do that in the future.
How dare you?
No,
I'll take
Elona's-
my fucking thing.
Elona's hard, man. She's hard. Hard.
Man, this is a minefield I'm trying to walk through, guys.
Ooh.
Alona, I don't even know what impresses Elona or turns her on besides sheer acts of physical strength, but not too much because that's her thing. So
I love finding it out moment to moment. That's the beauty, man. That's like the.
I do that too.
I'm on the razor's edge, people.
You'll be fine.
Poor Cole trying to woo Elona. What a
Cole's-
sad,
Cole's in a
sad
hard-
It's a
existence.
terrible idea.
Cole's in a hard spot, man.
Sad existence.
And so after that night, it was very close to opening night, and we decided that we were going to name the bar Spirits of the Hydra. And then opening night came, the bar was packed, and we had the inaugural fight between Elona and Yagra kick off. Cole did some good old commenting, opening up each round. The first round was more of a wrestling round, not a whole lot of punches or anything thrown, but some good bouts happening. Second round got a bit rougher with good old punch drawing first blood. Elona smacked a good one into Yagra's face. And then on the final round, became a real fight. Yagra decided to bring out the brass knuckles to kind of compensate for the fact that she was fighting against a trained monk.
Okay, hold on.
let's
Trained
have-
is a relative term. Alona isn't trained in anything.
You
A
are fourth level.
professional
Let's have,
fighter.
let's have a friendly fist fight against a fourth level monk. That's great. That's
Hey,
good.
hey. 6 years to do a 2-year program. I would not call her trained.
You
But-
finished the program, kind of.
Turns out,
She got kicked out.
Mostly.
She got kicked out.
In
guys.
the end, Elona got lots of good hits on Yagra, and Yagra only managed to get one good hit on Elona before Elona took her down.
Good is an overstatement, I think.
Oh yeah, Elona has grown a lot these past couple 10 days.
She beefy.
And with that, because of a little bit of money bets on the side, the party managed to get 50 gold from promoting the fight.
Whew.
And performing a great presentation around the fight. And other than that, we got the fact that we know Mert, our co-owner of the place, was there at the opening night. We didn't really discuss anything with him, but he did come by. And Elona there and shared some wish with Yagra later that night to celebrate.
God, I was doing drugs.
And we were supposed to sort out some
Oh yeah.
Shit.
staffings and other things of the bar this session.
Two staffings.
Plus, Elona did find out the next day that the last shipment of Wish was busted by the cops.
Yeah, Jake ruined my stash of drugs. I forgot about that.
There's no proof that it was Jake.
Jake ruined
There's
my
absolutely
stash of
no
drugs.
proof to support that
What?
statement whatsoever.
I need those.
Actually, you know what? In the long run, in the grand scheme of things, full circle, Jake did
He's
you a
helping
favor.
you.
Did a
He's
favor.
helping you.
Well,
You can thank me when you're off the drugs, Elona.
I don't want to detox. Help. No one wants that. You think Alona's angry now? Imagine detoxing Elona.
Well, let's just hope we get in some fights when she's detoxing and she can just take her aggressions out there.
All right. So fantastic. So you guys have actually. That's not cool. But this. All right. So you guys have successfully opened up the bar, the place. So the this is sort of your basic bar, right? That's the plan. You guys have a bar set up, and you guys are living in the floors above that.
Yep.
And as Zavroski, you've sort of made this your new home, playing home.
Yeah, so it looks like there's 4 bedrooms in total, actually, looking at the map. There's an attic bedroom, and then there's the master bedroom and 2 other ones, and a spare room. So where's everyone actually staying?
I'm in the room that's right next to the tower because I use the tower as my little temple to the Raven Queen.
Right, so you're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Top.
I'm in the attic. I turned it into a nice little.
Then
apartment.
Zavroski's going to take that great den and bedroom on the 2nd floor, because the master bedroom's on the 3rd floor.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so running the tavern to macro level tavern, I'm going to use a system that I found that a guy named Janek Siliki wrote. This sounds like an interesting system, so I'm going to try it out. And if we don't like it, we'll change it out. But for now, we'll do this. So basically, the way this works is the monthly cost of running the tavern is about 180 gold. All right, 60 gold per 10 day. The base revenue for the tavern is going to be 100 gold. Base revenue.
So much math.
All right. Zavroski has it. Don't worry. So the
I missed the revenue amount.
all right. So the monthly cost of running the tavern is going to be 180 gold. Base revenue is going to be 100.
How the hell?
All right. So the way we're going to manage that is that basically each month you guys are going to negotiate a deal with the Guild of Innkeepers.
Broccoli.
And this is going to do things like this. We're going to macro this. So we're going to like sort of macro the idea of like advertising and promotions and all that kind of stuff for this. So basically the idea is that with a, let me
This is so much math.
We haven't done much math yet.
That any math is too much math. I'm a social worker. Also, Elona has a 6 intelligence, so like either way, for either of us, it's too much math.
Yes. All right. So basically the way it works is that on each month you guys are going to have a skill check to do that is going to negotiate a deal. And the riskier the deal, the bigger the chance for profit is going to be. All right. So for each increment of 5 to the DC, you can earn an additional 100 gold pieces. All right. So with a DC of 5, which is basically an automatic success, that's your 100 gold piece thing. If you want to try to say earn 200 gold, you'd increase your DC by 5. Does that make sense
So
to at least
DC
someone?
10.
So DC 10
DC 10.
means
DC
that
10
you
would
would
be
basically.
200 gold, which would just be barely covering what we need to cover.
That's right.
Gotcha.
DC 15.
What's the roll though? What's the skill check?
It is a.
Is it charisma based? Because we have 2 very charismatic people in this party.
Yes,
And I
it
have
should be.
fists.
That can be also very persuasive.
If I am allowed to use my strength intimidation, I have a decent modifier. Oh, I have a higher modifier now because I upped my strength at level 4.
Yeah, well, strength doesn't help here. Yeah, this would be charisma, persuasion, or
Okay,
intimidation,
well, don't
I
have Elona
guess,
do
whichever
it.
you like.
Intimidation. Well, can I not use my strength intimidation?
Not in this. No, these are
I
Goddamn.
financiers.
can't deceive people.
No, these are
Making great
financiers.
deals.
They are.
I can. I can do that very well.
Hey, I got inspiration.
All right. There are also a number of upgrade. Wait, what?
I got inspiration.
Oh, hey. All right. Awesome.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, I have the 3
Hold on.
the 3 socials as skills.
Ilona, I've got you at what? 3 inspiration now? Is that right?
Didn't you give me 1 last session?
What? Me? No, I wouldn't do that.
You
Would I?
didn't buy one, but I thought you gave me one for my Hulk Slam.
That's
I don't
true.
know if it was.
That's true.
I don't
Yeah,
know if it was ever
yeah.
put on. You gave
was
me
so
that
true.
because it saved a child
That's
from being
true.
eaten by a hag.
I did.
So I'd be at 4.
Are you
Saving
sure?
children is the right
Yeah, I
thing to
already
do.
added it in. You sure I didn't
Oh,
already
you already
add it in?
did? So then I'm at 3.
I don't know for sure. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, fine. Okay, there are also ways to upgrade the tavern. How am I going to get this to you guys? All right, we'll work on this later. But this is going to be the basic money-making system for the tavern. And this is like a monthly type of thing. So it's kind of a background thing that we'll just set up. So for this month...
would me and Zavroski be able to tag team on the roll, since we're both very charismatic?
You would be, but due to the nature of this thing, it's just going to be a single roll. Yeah, let's just do a single roll here, because this is sort of a macro thing, and you're negotiating with guys who are, this is sort of their entire business. This is what they do in a day in, day out type of thing. So let's do that. All right. So the only real thing you have to consider is for the first month, how risky of a DC do you want to try to make?
We have a lot of extra money, and I just kind of want you to just go super risky.
I'm not opposed to it.
We have extra money, so if we're
We
down
lose-
80
I mean,
gold,
Lose
we lose 80 gold.
Yeah. Or we could
Oh,
potentially
hey,
gain
new follow.
an extra
Awesome.
100.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say we go for the DC 15.
So that's what, 300?
It's a
Yeah.
charisma roll, right?
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
charisma roll.
Oh, we're fine.
We have 20 charisma. Hey, look, I got more
You
inspiration.
said it would
What?
be persuasion.
This is
or
what happens when
deception?
I bring friends in to watch the game, is
All
I
right.
get inspiration so I can do dumb things.
Sweet.
Which role did you say it was going to be?
This is
Persuasion or
persuasion.
deception?
Persuasion
I thought it was
or
intimidation.
intimidation. That's right.
Okay, they're all the same bonus.
Yep. Tell you what, log. Oh, wouldn't even help. Okay, never mind.
I'm going to use an inspiration.
Wait, what?
If you want, Zavroski can roll. He's actually got a better bonus than you.
Wait, is that fair? Is
How do you have
inspiration
a
fair
better
on this?
bonus? It's totally fair to use inspiration.
Or how? How is this a 7 instead of... Yeah. Why is yours a 6?
I don't know. I leveled up. It should be what?
Did you update your stats on your character sheet? If you go to the main tab, what's your Jase on the left?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
It still says 18.
Yeah, I'm like, we have the same stats, so you should have a +7.
Um.
There, Fox?
Yeah, I'm here.
I said, are you okay?
Oh yeah. No, I'm looking into things.
All right. Yeah. So this roll has to be just a set roll. Inspiration would be really just kind of jacking this up.
Okay.
I will give you a bonus for the charisma, but it's not going to change that for the DC 15. All right. So for this month, you guys are actually going to take a little bit of a loss. Yeah. But
Our money.
we'll sort that at the end of the month. No big deal. So they roll.
I tried, guys. I'm sorry.
Damn
Was it because you just suddenly turned into a southern gentleman?
it.
They were thrown off. Because that's not Cole's voice.
Wait a minute. I tried, guys. I'm
There
sorry.
it is. Did you have to think about the voices you use for your own fucking character?
Listen, there are like 37 voices in here, okay?
That's fair. The loudest one in my head is always a New York cabbie, so it's fine to find Elona's voice.
Yeah, that's great. I like his head sort of spins, his eyes click into the next, the proper character. That's good stuff. Okay, so we will settle that at and look at that, yeah, baby. How you like that? We'll settle that in at the end of the month. All right,
Just want to point out that I'm a little upset that Elona hasn't started calling Vajra Viagra yet, and it's gonna happen.
a little happen.
Especially with Jake's interest in her.
Oh boy.
What? Making fun of the black staff? What could go wrong?
Nothing really. So, do you guys have any sort of plans, downtime activities, plans, stuff like that over this time? So we've sort of had a kind of a 10-day where you guys have kind of hung out your thing. We're sort of getting into the next 10-day now. I'm sort of curious what your kind of downtime plans are for this week.
Zavroski's growing his brand. More super fans.
All right, so you're happy doing your music thing in the
And also trying to work with Renair whenever he sees him.
what's that? Spirits of the Hydra.
And hopefully just keep on doing more ads for local businesses. For the tavern. Gotta throw the names out there.
Sure.
He pretty much wants to go to local businesses and say that he'll do shout outs for them during his performances at night for discounts at their stores and for them to promote the brands, whichever works the best for those local businesses.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I like this month system. We're gonna talk about that. Okay, so Zavroski is promoting the business, so that should be a significant bump to your roll. All right, got it. Elona, what do you got happening this 10-day?
I want to figure out how to get my drugs. 'Cause my
Look at
drugs
them
have.
drugs.
Listen. I have 10 days worth. I don't use it every day, but I have 10 rations of my drugs, and that is not nearly enough for me to feel okay So I'd like to figure out. I talked to Patty last episode, I remember.
Yep.
And he basically said he didn't know because, it got fucked up. So I don't know who I would talk to about. I mean, my first thought is to go to Staggett, but that's a horrible idea.
Not necessarily.
But then again,
From what you know,
Elona has a 6 intelligence, so maybe going to Staggett is a great idea.
well, from what you know of Staggett, it's not.
I feel like
Top of the morning to you.
I feel like I should go to Staggett at the top of the morning.
He'll
You
find
know-
us playing at the right time of day.
I'm not gonna tell you no. All right, Cole. What kind of stuff do you have going on, or are you planning on for this sort of downtime?
When he's not working at the bar or whatever, he's looking for a weapons master to do some training on the side.
Okay. All right. training with weapons. Okay. And then Jake, Dean, Melshimber, what do you have happening? What's your sort of
Pretty sure he's
downtime
just trying
plan?
to get Navraj's pants.
Oh, really?
He's
That's
been
pretty much.
trying
That's
to
pretty
get
much.
his hands
That's
for a
his. If he's
while.
got nothing else on the table right now, that's kind of his go-to goal. So whatever he can find to maybe obviously he's going to be practicing his magic, trying to keep up on that and make sure he stays in tune with the weave. And then after that, it's all about the Vajra.
Okay.
It's all
right
about
on.
that V, baby.
God damn it, Jake. Actually, I have a better decision than going to Stagit. I'm gonna go to Yagra, because they're part of a gang. I'm part of a gang.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna go talk to
There you go.
my fellow gang members about finding drugs as opposed to the law.
Wow, that's a brilliant, at least a brillianter idea.
Well, it's brilliant for Elona.
Definitely pretty good.
I think I would like to picture her starting to walk towards Stagit's office and then just take an abrupt left turn.
All right, yeah. So you can certainly do that. You guys, so let's see. Timeline in this week. One thing that happens as you're heading out or wherever for this day, and out in the alleyway that is Troll Skull Alley. Where is my?
Are we gonna ignore a murder again, like we did a couple episodes ago?
You might. Except this time it's not anything like a voice. This is actually just a person, and you recognize her. Do I have a picture of her?
All of us?
I do.
It's
not.
Auntie Cleo.
Darn it.
Where is it?
Just trying to find a picture.
He lost it.
Is this all of us who sees this person, or is it just?
Yeah, this could be whoever is around. Basically, this is one of your neighbors, in fact, that is in Troll Skull Alley. You know her as Fala. She has the shopkeeper, and she's a wood elf, and owns one of the shops in the alley. And she is actually not in her shop, but she is standing outside of Rashal the Page Turner's shop, which is across the alley from you guys. And she's holding up a sign that says, "Duskwood paper equals murder." And she's just sort of standing up here angrily, holding up this sign.
She's protesting.
Walking back and forth. Walking back and forth in front of the shop. And she looks at you and she says, "Don't buy paper from him. He is a murderer. They use Duskwood for the spell scrolls here. Do you know that 1/10 of all Duskwood trees are chopped down each year? Soon there'll be none left."
I love
Has Zavroski heard about this problem before?
This is news to you. This is news to all of you who
I love this.
who want to
so
be a
much.
part of this. She is this is because you guys haven't really talked to any of these guys in your alley. So apparently this is
This is our introduction.
Well,
neighbor
Elona got
spat.
really
You don't know.
excited.
You're like
Alona got really excited when she said the word murder, and then she wasn't talking about actual murder, so she's lost all interest.
oh yeah, no. Apparently she's just about murdering trees.
It's kind of the same
Give
for
a fuck
Cole.
about trees. Like,
like-
oh, murder. Oh, tree.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, so you can so you kind of
I'm gonna go find my dog.
all right, you make your-
Zavroski will ask how she knows that he's sourcing them from Duskwood.
Oh, look at Zav being a nice person.
what Zav
Letting the crazy talk.
She's out there by herself.
Hang on,
The
slow my
dude's
thing.
not even fighting it. Like, go be crazy outside. It's fine.
It's like my undergrad. There was a woman we lovingly called the hazing lady because she'd stand on the corner with a sign about how our university was, rampant with hazing. But the real story behind it was when she was in the engineering program, one male professor gave her a B and she thought she deserved an A. In her mind, that was hazing. So every Friday she stood on the corner of my college.
That's fantastic.
Dude, she was fucking insane.
I think we just met her.
We might have.
Is she singing? Is she singing hymns to herself? Because if she is, we have met Hazing Lady.
Well, so she is out there, and she's like, yes, come. You should know. He is using duskwood for his spell scrolls. Those trees, they do not reproduce quickly. They could take decades and decades to reproduce. If we use all the duskwood trees, there will be none left soon. We must save the duskwood.
And how do you propose we save the duskwood?
By protesting his shop. No one should buy anything from this shop. And as you're walking up, the door actually opens. Ding ding ding. And this he's a dragonborn guy, and he sort of walks out, and
Ooh, dragonborn.
Yep. He is
Exotic.
yeah, he says do not let this charade scare you. Come. And he looks at you, Zavroski. Come inside. I could use your help. Don't you buy anything in there?
I won't buy anything, but I will see what he has to say.
Trees are people too.
Trees are people too.
Wow, she's that lady.
I haven't met a tree person yet, but perhaps they are people. We'll see.
You
Well,
mean
there
she's
are dryad,
good?
but
So you go into his shop. It's an interesting shop. It's a sort of book shop, magic like supplies shop, right? And he says, this has been going on for some days. I understand her concerns about the duskwood, but I have no other options. It's the only paper I can get that is of high enough quality. My customers expect no less. Meanwhile, Father is ruining my business. Look, help me make these protests stop, and I'll let you pick out any book or scroll at half price.
What kind of options does it look like he has? It's actual magic shop, or
This is So this is where the heck is this guy?
Saying one swift kick to the face would probably make things stop.
Hmm.
It's the Elona way.
All right, if I could, sorry,
I could borrow you for just a
Or
second.
just pick her up.
if
and
I had
throw
$1
her on my shoulder
million
like last time.
dollars.
Any number of violent things would make her stop.
Maybe she's not scared of violence. Maybe she's more into the truth.
She said trees are people too. That strikes me as someone who's very afraid of violence.
Let's see. Yep. So the inside of the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood. The earthy scent of old books permeates the air. The library fills 2 floors of this 3-story building, and it seems to contain more shelves in this building than the building should be able to hold. So it's books and treasures, and there's also a counter that's got some things marked off that are clearly these special scrolls that are in there. And they're marked as some different, many different scrolls, probably maybe a couple dozen different scrolls that are available in here. Those would be spell scrolls,
all right. Well, I can see what I can do. I'm not sure. What have you tried so far on Father?
I have tried ignoring her, but that hasn't worked well. It is time to stop ignoring her.
And duskwood's the only thing that can capture the magic of these fine scrolls.
Well, it's not the only thing, but it's what I have available. I need high quality paper. This comes from the duskwood. If I had another option, I would use it, but I don't. So I need her removed.
Is there actually no other option in the city of Waterdeep for magical papers?
Well, I mean, there probably are. There are other wizards around that perhaps could share, or at least have a supplier, but getting in touch with them and convincing them to do something can more than this old dragon can do.
I know a few friends in noble places. Maybe I can reach out to them. see if they can hook you up with a contact with one of these other suppliers.
Look, that's great. If you can get me a different paper, it'll get her off my back, but it's gotta be as good quality.
I'll see what I can find. And then both of you can be next to each other and be happy with each other's businesses.
All right. Let's see. You can make me an Arcana check. Arcana?
Sure.
Arcana check? Yeah.
Bam.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, there are other papers around, and like other high quality types of paper that you could use, and you would just have to find someone who might have one of these other types of papers. Generally, casters or something like that would certainly be a good resource for that.
He'll mention it to Jake, as Jake seems to be interested in magic and the black staff these days. Maybe he's doing a bit of research into that kind of area as well. But he'll be spending his time promoting the Trollskull Manor while also looking for magic shops that might have links.
Just go steal Viagra's paper.
Entirely possible.
Hey! You know what? Actually, when Zavroski comes to Jake with that, he's like, "That's it. That's a perfect reason for me to go and talk to the Black Staff."
Oh no! God damn it!
Go and ask her about the Darkwood paper.
All right,
Zavroski, you genius!
He's not good enough for you, Jake. It's not fucking good enough for you.
All right.
Would you like me to accompany you, or are you going to strike that one out on your own there?
Well, I was thinking, because this is downtime, and Roy was gracious enough to share a little downtime things that you can do from Xanathar's guide. I was thinking, instead of just being like, oh, I'll just go and talk to Vajra, maybe I'll do a carousing check and base who I run into based on that, if the DM shall allow.
You can
share the resource.
Though the idea of, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine.
Basically, but like, so like if I roll, I don't know what the check is. I guess it's a straight D20 check, though I don't know how you get 21 plus on a straight D20 check. But like on a 1 to 5, I might have to deal with maybe some of that Xanathar bullshit that I've got going on.
Trouble,
whereas on a 6
perhaps?
to 10, dead end, and then like anything over 10, there's a chance that I could maybe make some progress. You know?
Sure. Well, so carousing.
Progress.
Yeah, so carousing is a downtime activity. Hang on. I gotta read this.
But I think carousing costs you money. 'Cause you're,
not from what I read.
or was I reading the wrong thing?
It is page 128, I believe. No, 127. 127, carousing, and then I don't see anything about spending money, though. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, I don't see anything about spending money. It's more about like building rapport with people.
Sure. But this is like, that's downtime, and that's over sort of, kind of this thing over the week, which is perfectly fine. But if you want to go talk to the Black Staff, that's an active thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't get anywhere with carousing. You can definitely carouse in your off time.
Go talk to her. I want to see this happen. Talk to her.
Try. I got a reason to now.
All right. So Elona, anybody going with Elona to?
I need Darkwood.
To the
I would
Yawning
make sure
Tavern.
they weren't coming with me.
Oh yeah. Okay. No one is. Yes. Anybody going?
No
with,
one's allowed.
Anybody going with Jake to the?
God, I want to go there too. Fuck.
If Jake's going to the Black Staff, Zavroski asked if he wants company.
I mean, you're always. You're always.
Zavroski's got an idea of why
Always
you're
welcome.
going, so he doesn't want to step on your toes in any way.
As long as you play, Zavroski's been my wingman in the past, so as long as you keep playing that wingman part, and we'll figure this shit out. You get your Darkwood, and I get my.
Elona's hatred of Zavroski is just ticking up more and more.
Elona's walking down the street and she feels this sort of
I just
chill, and she's like,
just,
as you know, suddenly
I
that
just need to punch Zavroski all of a sudden.
you see in your mind's eye Zavroski and Jake linked arm in arm, skipping down the street.
What a bunch of bitches.
We're off to see the Black Staff, the wonderful Black Staff of Waterdeep. Hopefully, we don't run into any flying monkeys.
All right, so let's see. You, Elona, you are headed down, all the way down south. All right, so let's see what might happen.
Down a dangerous path.
Yeah, it's
Dangerous
called
path.
drug abuse.
That's what I meant.
Dangerous path known as drug abuse. It's fine.
All right, we're going to do John and Fax first. All right, so you guys head across the way to the Blackstaff Tower. Let's see.
He's training.
As you guys are cruising through town, all right, you actually catch sight of this this small creature sort of darting through the crowd, and as it kind of goes around and it's dodging and weaving through the crowd, and it dodges a horse quickly, and as it does, it sort of bumps into you, Zavroski, and sort of pauses and looks up at you. And it's this little mechanical creature. It is... Do I have...
Messenger from God.
Like one of those little robo dogs from the 90s.
Flip.
It's more like a it's wood, like it's this wooden creature, and it is it's short, so it's like, you know, sort of human. What? Wait, I thought this was.
Are you height shaming right now?
It's a Duskwood construct.
They are people too.
It's actually people.
We found the
Swing
Duskwood
like-
people.
Yeah, it's like a small humanoid. Oh, I do have. I knew. I thought I did.
Oh,
Ah,
it's a robot Zavroski.
It is a robot Zavroski.
Oh,
Zav, it's your doppelganger.
that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Except it's small, and it sort of pauses, and it's holding the satchel. It sort of pauses and looks up, and shrugs his shoulders and continues on its way.
Zavroski's gonna just do a quick feeling on his purse, as he's known for people bumping into you and taking things from you.
Oh, this doesn't seem to be
I'm
that.
gonna
In
switch.
fact, this guy he's got his sword, like the sword hand is actually like built into his hand. It's not like a sword he
Okay.
holds, it's built into his hand. And the other hand, he actually is holding this parchment, and he's sort of making his way quickly through the crowd. He bumps into you guys, and then
We should keep him. You can call him Mini-Me.
Has Zavroski ever seen these things before? Are they like messengers? or
you've
anything,
certainly,
or-
yeah. These are these are, they're called nimble rights. Oh, you see the thing, and they are magical constructs. They're sort of like the Lamborghinis of the lords and stuff, right? These are like these creatures, and they can do all kinds of different things. They're
Viewers can't
these sort of
see the
intelligent
pictures.
creatures, but they're definitely only owned by very well-to-do lords and nobles. These things are incredibly expensive. They're, you know, for what they... What? Ah!
I do it all the time. It's part of being a pro streamer.
Thank you. They are, yeah, so they're sort of these things. They can be used to send messages. They can be used to run errands or whatever they might be able to do. They're just sort of these
Do a
interesting...
whole bunch of stuff except to drop their sword.
They cannot drop the sword, that's for sure. But so
Sounds
they're-
like me in high school.
They're like effectively sort of...
Ding.
Yeah, they're effectively sort of like these wood golems, but they're very fancy and incredibly expensive. And this one definitely seems to be on its way somewhere with a parchment.
Parchment. Zavroski's interested, but he doesn't think that it's well looked upon for someone to stalk.
You headed to... Whoa! Uh-oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. Stream timeout.
I threw it at him.
Why are you... What are you doing? This kid... Look, this kid's only 12. Can you believe this? This monster here is 12. Jeez. All right, take it easy. Look, there's witnesses. Is that for me? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. 30 seconds.
Oh,
Oh, we lost the
30-second break.
DM.
Quickly, let's murder the
The little
Take it
construct.
down. Take his
I'm like a
parchment.
little concerned. Like, does Jake's dad have those, and could it be from Jake's dad?
I didn't even think about that.
I'm just saying.
Is your dad wealthy enough to be in the
His dad's.
Oh, yeah,
0.1%?
definitely.
Is
His
he?
dad
Is he?
is
Is he in the
fucking
1%, or is he in like the 0.1%? Is the question.
Probably the
Oh
0.1%.
no, I think he'd probably be in he'd be in the 1%. I think because
I mean,
he's
He's richer than Elona could ever strive to be.
hey, we own a barn.
You never know. We
We
just
own a
gotta
barn.
find this never-ember gold, and we're all rich.
From our
Forever.
childhood, Jake, Elona just looked up at all the money your dad had and was like, "I will never get that," and then was just fine with it. That was the end of that.
Jake wants the money, but he wants it for different reasons.
Cool. All right.
Zavroski's assuming it's probably not looked well
Hey.
upon to stalk a nimble right. So he's curious, but he's not gonna.
Jake hasn't been with a hooker in weeks.
Yeah, and nimble rights aren't people,
So proud.
but they're possessions,
Yeah, but
not people.
then
So
you're pretty much saying I want to know what this noble's up to, and I'm not sure they look too fondly on that. So.
True, that's true.
all
Is there-
right.
when it passed by, was there anything notable on the parchment? I mean, he zipped by pretty quick.
Yeah, you'd have to. You can't. It's a folded message, likely sealed.
But it doesn't have like a seal on it or something.
It
Might say
probably
seal?
does, but in this, in this little moment there,
Blink
it's really
encounter.
hard to. You definitely wouldn't be able to read anything on the parchment, obviously, unless you had it. But hey,
Off subject. Does anybody mind if we get a forge installed in the basement?
Not at all.
Mhm. Gonna learn how to forge stuff.
Yeah, I need to be able to make my own bullets.
oh, this is exciting. All right, so you guys continue on, and you get to the Blackstaff Tower, and
Riffraff is there.
so you bang on the door, and Riffraff does open the door, and he says, "Yes."
Hey, Riffraff, how you doing, buddy? You remember me? We were doing some work for Vajra, and actually I came to ask her if she could help us out with something.
He looks at you.
Zavroski's just gonna flash the gray hand token briefly, and then put it back in his pack.
Oh, we don't need that, Vajra. Riffraff remembers us, don't you? You can't forget this face, Riffraff. I wouldn't forget you. I can't believe that you would forget me.
His face is
I'm kind of
unmoving.
hurt.
His face is this mask, and he doesn't even seem to blink as he looks at you. And then he does actually blink. A very slow blink.
You can actually hear his eyelids.
Click, click. Have you been summoned?
Technically, no. But I thought maybe just like I could stop by and we could quickly ask her a few questions, possibly. And then like it's a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of situation.
My back does not need scratching.
But does Vajra's? Have you asked her? Maybe she's got an itch that needs to scratch and I can scratch it. You don't know without asking her. You can't possibly know without
He's
asking
a
her.
great back scratcher.
I am. Also massages. Good at massages. Would you like a massage? Riffraff, you're looking quite tense in the shoulder area. I can help with that.
Anytime I'm a little bit too high strung before a performance, he does a great massage, and
It's
I just
true.
perform beautifully that night.
The
It's true,
mask,
it's true.
the mask just looks at you guys with this dead face, these eyes, and the eyes sort of narrow a little bit, and he says, "People do not normally drop in on the black staff,
Well,
though."
we're not normal people. Zav's a half elf, so he's only half person.
As,
Oh my
As-
god!
Wow!
Wow!
Ooh, imagine if Elona heard you say that.
Your whole party are halfies.
man,
Hey, it's about talking our way in the door right now.
he's like, but as you are initiates of the Grey Hands, I suppose I could inquire if she is available.
Also, Riffraff, me and you need to talk. I don't know who hurt you, but I feel like someone hurt you, and you can open up to me.
That will not be necessary. Please come in and wait here. And he leads you into this foyer, this well-appointed foyer, and there are, again, trays of snacks and fruits and fabulous foods here. Though the place is eerily quiet. It's not like there are people around. Like in most noble houses, if you go to, there are places, right? There are servants, there are people around. This place is just dead. There's just no one here apparently, but riffraff.
Riff-raff, it's all starting to come together now. You're a lonely guy, aren't you? You need to come out drinking with me and Zav sometime, and you won't be lonely anymore, my friend.
He makes
we can
his
all be
way.
friends. We can all be hang out with drinking buddies.
He makes his
We
way
have
out
our
of
own
the room.
tavern even.
Yeah.
First
You don't even
drink
have to
free
pay for
on
drinks.
us.
That's
Come
right.
on down.
All drinks
Girl
free
Scout.
on me. I'll pay for your drinks, riff-raff. That's how much I care about you right now, and I want to see you smile. I feel like you've got a beautiful smile hidden behind that face somewhere.
As the door closes as he walks out of the room. And
We'll win him over, Zav. We'll win him over.
a couple?
Zav's gonna find some of the finer fruits and start snacking a bit.
Yeah, sure. Good stuff. A couple minutes goes by, and the door opens again. And dun, 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 dun,
Floating through.
dun, dun.
It's the black staff.
Fireball the room. Ah!
Shit.
Everyone
Not again.
repetitive.
And Vajra walks in with the black staff with a semi-scowl upon her face. She says, yes, young Melshimber and his friend Zavroski, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, well met. I am not used to visitors randomly dropping in. And she sort of looks over her shoulder at Riffraff. Normally I am left undisturbed during the day.
It is a pleasure to see you again. And he kind of bows, my lord. We really just need to ask you about, we're looking for Duskwood, and I thought if anybody's going to know about Duskwood and where we could find some, it would be the great and
We're
powerful
looking
black
for
staff.
a Duskwood alternative.
Oh, Zav has more information on it than I do.
Duskwood
tagged along.
alternative. What are you talking about, man?
A magical shopkeeper is looking for a alternative to Duskwood for his scrolls and other books in his shop.
And obviously someone as smart as you and as connected to the weave would know if there were something like that. I could think of nobody better to talk to.
Well, I suppose there's some wisdom in that. Very well. You know, I do. In fact, I use a different paper myself. I use a paper made from the Zalantar tree myself. I suppose, you know, your timing is actually very convenient. I think this
See,
may...
Zav, I told you, not just beautiful, but smart.
I think we may be able to help one another. I have a small potential problem that I need investigated. Perhaps you can look into this for me, and in return, I can hook your friend Rishal up with my supplier, from whom I get my Zalantar parchments.
Oh, you honor and flatter us by helping us out, Blackstaff. We would be happy to do anything that would make you happy.
Yes, that's very kind of you.
It seems like the Greyhands are a great group to be working with, so I'm open for any new tasks you have for us.
Indeed they are, though know that the Greyhands' loyalty is to Waterdeep. And as you get to know us and we get to know you, those loyalties will be tested. I
love this city.
I get that sense from you both, which is why I have invited you to not join us, but work for us for a time, and perhaps join us.
And what
in the
would be entailed in turning that into joining you? Because that is something I personally would be interested in doing. I have even recently learned the skills of magic and then got in touch with the weave myself. He'll do like a little minor illusion of himself, just kind of shirtless and posing in his hand, just a little 3D image.
I need to mute myself.
It's actually quite impressive how fast he's just been around me for not too long, and he's already picked up the weave.
All right, Jake, I'm gonna need a persuasion check. Let's see how good.
Please, Nat 1.
Let's see how good
Please,
this show
Nat
is.
1. Please.
You better believe I'll waste inspiration on this. I'll go with a
13,
13.
okay.
I feel like a 13 is good enough for right now.
All right, she looks at your illusion and she sort of one corner of one lip ticks just for a moment, as if
Almost got a smile.
nah, but ticks,
Almost got a smile.
a tick of a lip as she looks and she says, "Well, your skills are coming along nicely, I suppose.
I'll see that smile one day.
But you do,
Ah!
but you do not.
I saw that. I almost got you.
You don't need to be a user of magics to be in the Grey Hands. The important thing is that we are able to count on your loyalty to the city of Waterdeep. And we will get to know that over time. Once we are assured of that, then you shall be invited to join. So,
Well,
as I said,
thank you.
I have a task that you can help with since you are here. I have heard rumor. In fact, this is no rumor. I am sure it is a thing. I have heard. It turns out a young bronze dragon has taken up residence in the naval harbor. Started a few sailors recently, but it hasn't hurt anyone yet. I have some potions that you can use to swim down into the harbor and confront this thing and learn of its intentions, and if it is a threat, well, to protect Waterdeep from this threat.
So you want us to kill it?
I suggest no such thing. It may be friendly. I need someone to find out its intentions.
Well, but if its
It
intentions
is it
are
the
bad,
is it the bronze dragons that are normally more friendly than the other ones?
Usually they are. The dragons of bronze are, well, with dragons one can never tell their true motivations, but we have had few problems with bronze dragons over the centuries. But we cannot be too safe. And the fact that this one has recently taken up, apparently, residence here in Waterdeep Harbor, well, as you can imagine, sailors and ships and such are all very worried about this. This could be a significant problem for the commerce here.
well, if it is for you and the black staff, for the black staff and the gray hand, then we are happy to go and speak with this dragon and see what its intentions are.
How many potions does she actually give us? Because Zav will ask for the full party.
Yes.
worth of
How many?
potions if she doesn't.
However many you need.
16.
How many do we need to get to the dragon and back? Will one potion do?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Certainly. Will you be taking your friends, the ones I met previously?
Yes.
All right. Very well then. I shall. Riffraff shall find potions for the four of you, and I will have them delivered to your. Well, I suppose you can just take them with you. Very well then. Wait but a
Thank
moment.
you, my liege. And if she's leaving, he'll try and kiss her hand on her way out.
She accepts no such thing. She's
Aw,
as you reach out.
Tried. He tried the bow and the kiss of the hand. He tried. You can't.
Yeah. You're like
Yeah,
reach
you
out
gotta
for her
take your
hand,
shots.
and she's not like she just like makes herself unavailable as she sort of turns and looks at you, and she says, "It has been a pleasure to speak with you both."
And to you.
She takes her leave. Riffraff brings you a small box that has 4 potions, hands them to you, and you've got them. 4 potions of water breathing.
Sweet.
I suppose.
Did she say how long they last?
I know the spell lasts 8 hours. I don't know for the potion.
She said it would be long enough to go there and back.
I'm gonna trust her.
Oh, that'd be funny if she was just actually trying to kill
She's
you.
like, yeah, it lasts 10 minutes, and then you have to deal with the dragon.
It's a minute,
Also,
so it's gonna fade away about halfway down.
Oh, it's an hour. All right, that's plenty of time. Yeah. Inventory. Here we go. Potion.
Rest bitch.
Wow,
Good
that's
luck.
much softer than the spell.
There you go. Potion of water breathing. 4 in the inventory. You guys have those.
Do you
All right.
want to ID those in the party sheet?
Oh, then I did. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. There you go.
Yes.
All right. Okay, you guys are shown out the door by Riffraff, and this scene closes. And the scene
With
of
Jake saying to Zavroski,
Oh, sorry.
she will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine.
You might want to take a softer attitude towards it than owning the black step.
You know what I mean, though.
He almost got a smile though. I don't know. I was.
It was close.
Though it is impressive to get a reaction out of the stoic black staff. So.
She is sort of
Next
legendary in her stoicism.
Maybe I can show you a few tricks to enhance that illusion a bit for next time.
That'd be perfect. That'd be absolutely perfect.
I
I was gonna make myself dance, but I thought that would be taking it too far.
Right, but you naked is not taking it too far. Or shirtless. You shirtless is not taking.
Shirtless is not naked, sir.
All right,
Maybe
all right.
1492, but shirtless is still not naked.
Maybe,
All right.
maybe you do a giant tattoo of a gray hand on your chest next time.
Like a real tattoo?
Not on you, on the illusion.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know. That's kind of too permanent right now.
The real tattoo is
Get
once,
her name tattooed across
once
her
you
chest.
get
I'm not
into
there
the
yet.
gray hands. Maybe.
No regrets.
Not even a letter.
All right. So the let's see, Elona, you go to the yawning portal. So the scene opens up with Elona walking into the yawning portal.
Is my lady love there?
This is the afternoon. She is not currently here, actually. She is not.
Is what's his dick here?
What's his dick?
What's his dick? What's his dick here?
What's Dabble?
He is here, in fact. You see him at a table sitting with another human, and they have a couple of papers out. Apparently, they're talking. They're in one of the corners, and they're talking about something.
Oh no. This is just setting up Elona to be a dick, but she doesn't understand social cues, so she's gonna go join them.
All right.
Actually, no. What she's gonna do is she's gonna walk over. She's gonna turn to the human, put down a gold, and just say, "Go make yourself busy for like 20 minutes."
He looks at the gold. And this is a well-dressed human, by the way.
That's fine.
Yeah. So his, and Davil's actually wearing some fine clothes. This human's wearing clothes. The funny part of this, the human's wearing clothes that's probably cost 10 times that gold, his clothes. And so he sort of looks at you, and Davil looks at you, and he's like, and the human kind of looks at you. He's like, and Davil's like, Elona,
Subtle flex.
Yeah, so Elona, Davil said, Elona, Iagra's friend. Yes. Oh well, it's great to see you. Me and my friend here, we're just discussing some business. Look, if you want to grab yourself a drink, we'll be done here before very long, and we'll chat then. Please go have a drink at the bar. Put it on my tab. It's fine.
Deal. I'm gonna grab the gold because he said tab.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go get shit faced at the bar. As many drinks as I
How
can.
much can I drink in 10 minutes?
As many. I'm doing shots.
Another.
I'm doing shots. I'm doing drop shots. I'm doing everything that I can do. All top tier, the most expensive shit I can buy. All of it.
All right, so
He's on his tab.
it takes about 15 minutes, and they conduct their business, and they roll up these scrolls, and he hands to this guy, and they shake hands, and he lets the guy out, and he kind of walks over, and he is like, he looks at the bar at the empty glasses. He's like, I see you've taken advantage of my tab.
You said drinks on your tab.
Well,
I obey.
I thought you might have a drink, not.
You said drinks, multiple. I did so.
Yes. Well, come into my office. Let's see how Davil can help you. Come. And he goes back to his table and motions you to sit in the chair.
This is a table, not an office, but okay.
Well, very well. So what brings you to the tavern?
So, how do I...
I am so excited for this sentence.
Anna is trying to figure out how to word this. So, I may or may not have heard through sources that there was a large drug bust that just recently happened with a rather large supply of wish. Where do I get
yes. I recognize we're here. Let's talk, but you inside voice. Talk loud enough for me to hear
my
you.
inside voice.
Yes, I see. Very well. Yes, the raid on the docks. I hear that those guys were tipped off by an inside source. You wouldn't know anything about that.
No.
Well, that's too bad. I hear there's good
Well, if
point.
I figure out who this inside source is, we're gonna have to have words because I need to. I need a little pick me up.
I see. Well, if you find out about the source, word is that there's good coin to be had for that information. Just
Like how much? Like.
I hear it's substantial. The Xanathar are trying to
Smaller
find.
words.
What's that?
Smaller words.
The Xanathar are on the lookout for this informant, this supposed informant, and I hear they would pay quite a lot of dragons to someone who could give them that information.
I can probably figure that out. Maybe.
All right, awesome. Well, you let me know, and I'll get that information to the right authorities.
More importantly, where do I find drugs when the drugs were no longer drug?
Yeah, so that's a little tricky. See, okay, I don't really deal in that much. I deal more in financial enterprises, if you would. We have found that turns out the world of finance is far more profitable than random street violence and even drugs and even human trafficking. Finances, these lords and their money, preposterous. The Xanathar Guild is widely known to have a wide drug distribution program. The Manchun Zentaran are also known to have some different drug distributions, though those are more magical in nature. I suspect that the people you're looking for are going to be the Xanathar contacts.
Do you have a person
Do
that
I have
can
a...
speak to?
Well, you see, the
need
Xanathar and I
a
don't...
general direction. I am not just going on vague people.
The Xanathar and I don't exactly have a, how do you say...
I understand you don't get along. No shit.
Yes, and if I knew where to find the Xanathar, believe me, I would probably hire someone like you to deal with them. Unfortunately, I don't. That is also information I would be willing to pay for. Where are you able to find it?
Okay. So, back to this informant. Am I just trying to find who it was? Am I trying to beat them up? What is this?
Well, you see, that's the thing. See, this informant doesn't matter much to me, but I hear that the Xanathar are trying to find him something feverish. And so if you were able to find the Xanathar and provide that information to them, well, they would be very grateful. In fact,
Okay.
if you could find that information, find a contact, give it to them, take the reward, give me the contact information, then we hit the Xanathar. Oh, I'm liking this. All right, Elona, you need to find the Xanathar. You need to find who tipped off the authorities. Find the Xanathar. Tell them.
That was step one.
Right. Yes. All right. So find out who tipped the authorities. Find the
Step
Xanathar.
one.
Yeah. Find the Xanathar.
Okay.
And then tell them or not. And tell me where to find the Xanathar.
Okay. Sure.
So we're good. We're good.
Well, I guess since you can't help me with my other issue, I guess we're fine.
Okay. Very well then.
I'll get up and go get another drink on his fucking tab and then walk home.
Fine.
Actually, it's going to be one of those leave the bottle situations, and I'm just going to take the bottle home with me.
As you're walking out, you hear she break how much? And she says, close the door.
He said drinks, and he said tab. I'm gonna save enough of that bottle to share with Jake and my 2 acquaintances.
All right.
Acquaintances.
You've upgraded, Zav.
Cole's not a friend.
Wow.
Not yet.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right.
Hey, that means he has not been friend zoned yet. Let's take the positives here for
There you
Cole.
go, Jake.
If he's still an acquaintance, he hasn't been friend zoned.
All right. Cole, back
here.
at the manor, 2 things happen to you. You are at the manor and you're working there and you're sitting in the bar, sort of having a drink, just relaxing a bit and letting that pass. And as you do, you find your mind start drifting and your mind starts wandering. And before you know it, your eyes are closed and you find yourself in the realm of shadows. The cawing of ravens is all around you.
A caw, motherfucker.
No, not that caw, motherfucker. Your vision goes black and you see the world. Oh, no. And you hear in your mind the voice of the Raven Queen again as she tells you so many notes. All right. And you see a vision of the city of the dead, and you fly in as if on wings, and you fly into the city of the dead, and you see a figure. You can't make out any features of this figure, but this figure is near a grave. And as this figure is near a grave, you see a skeleton rise up out of the ground, and the skeleton then walks off out of the city of the dead. And thunder crashes. And you know that it is the will of the Raven Queen that this heresy must be stopped.
Wait, we got a necromancer.
Or a lich.
A lichomancer.
And as this sort of scene kind of fades, and you're sitting there, and you sort of open your eyes, and the world focuses back into focus. There is a woman standing above you at the table, and she's got this hawkish face. Her graying hair is pulled back into this very, very, very tight bun behind her, and her dress is very prim and proper. And she says, "Hello, sir. Hello. Are you okay, sir? Hello. Hello,
Yes,
sir.
Yes. Hello. How can I help you?
You are one of the owners of this place, are you not?
I am.
And you are associates with the great Zavroski, I believe. Is that true?
That depends on who is asking.
You either are or you are not, sir.
Are you going to answer my question, or are you just going to stand there?
Fight. Keith.
I am Beatry. I have come to request the services of Zavroski for the House Castellanter.
And what would House Castellanter want from Zavroski?
I merely need this letter delivered to him. Are you capable of doing this, or should I stay here and do it myself?
Ooh.
You can just leave that on the counter and leave.
Very well. She hands it down, and she raises her nose and walks out.
Good day.
The door closes.
Such a trusting man.
She is not a nice lady. She was like, what? She's, all right. So let's see. That's today, I guess. All right. So you guys will get back there this evening. Let's
Share my liquor that I took on his tab.
Oh yeah, awesome.
With everyone.
All right, let's do a quick 5 because I got to go bathroom and we'll refresh our drinks. We'll do a real quick break because I know we have a little short session tonight, and then we'll be right back. All right, take 4.
It's not about the length; it's the quality.
4. 4. That's not what. Never mind. See you guys in 4 minutes. Speaking of nothing going wrong, thanks for staying with us. Here we are back after the break for the second half of tonight's show. I know it's gonna be a little short tonight because the pesky dungeon master has to quit a little bit early, but we will do the best that we can. Don't forget to follow us and turn on that subscription is great as well. But turn on notifications so that way you'll know whenever we do go live and you'll be able to join us for these hijinks and adventures. The scene opens back up in the evening of this day as you guys have sort of done your things throughout the day and are collecting back in the evening, I suppose, to share the day and figure out where the next may go. We find ourselves in the tavern of the Troll Skull Tavern. There is still pretty busy. You guys are sort of the buzz of this area of town for sure. So it's pretty busy. Zavroski's sort of fan base is kind of coming in for what they expect to be the evening show. And so pretty bustling time. But of course, there's a table reserved for you guys if you'd like to have it. Or you could be upstairs where it's much more private, of course.
No, I drink with the people.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are at a table in this sort of busy tavern area.
Actually, part of how we lose some of that money from that lower roll
Is
that
us
Cole made
drinking?
earlier. Not just us drinking, but Jake buys a round for the patrons.
Oh, there you go.
He's in
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
mood. He feels like he made some progress with Badger today. He's in a good mood, so he's like, a round on me for everybody. That's got to eat up at least 60 of them pieces.
Oh, that's gonna definitely, yeah, that'll definitely do it. That's like the Blues Brothers where they do that show where they drink the whole time and they're like, at the end of the show, they're given a bill, right? Instead of getting paid for doing the show, they get a bill for the show because they drank so much liquor during the show. Anyway, sorry, yeah. So here you guys are, and so what's today look like, or what's that happened?
I will give Zavroski his letter.
Oh, thank you.
This angry old woman came by and dropped this off for you.
He'll look at the seal and say, did she say who it's from?
Some family. I'm sure it's in the letter.
Make me a check, Zavroski. What is this? History, I guess?
History?
Yeah, it should be pretty easy for someone like you. Yeah. You note that this is a sealed letter, sealed with the sealed with the wax seal of the Castellanter family. They are one of the absolute biggest, richest families in the entire city of Waterdeep. They are legendary and famous. Yeah.
Oh shit!
They're a really big deal. Even among nobles, they're a really big deal.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal. I assume Jake sees this as well, or
Sure, yeah.
He'd show it off. He'd be like, he showed to Jake the castle.
but Jake would recognize the seal, I assume. since he's
You
another noble.
almost certainly would. Yeah, sure.
That's a big deal, Zav. You're moving up in the world, dude.
Yes, and he'll
What's it
open it
say?
up.
It's just a name.
Hey, it's a name of the richest family in Waterdeep, Cole.
They have a lot of money.
I know how you feel about nobles, but money's money. Money talks, bullshit walks. You know what I'm saying? And that could be like a big thing for Zav. He's trying to come up in this place.
Well, she should be more personable to people.
The letter, Zav, is basically a note to you from. It says that your skill in music has reached a great renown in the city of Waterdeep. We are looking for someone to tutor our 2 children who are aged 8.
I thought it was a private party.
We would like to meet with you and discuss your services for this at your earliest
Don't let him
convenience.
do it. He ruins your children. He
Bring
makes
this-
them not fun.
Bring this
It's
letter.
Jake all over again.
Bring this letter with you to the estate, and they will let you in to visit with us. We eagerly await your response.
Right, he's happy with that. Like I assume he got paid decently well from Lord Melshimber, and now he has more renown, so he's going to be able to negotiate.
Yeah, Castle. I mean, this is in the music industry, this is like a big deal, right? This is like Warren Buffett saying, "Hey, I want to hire you to teach my kids music or something."
Warren
so
Buffett?
or
Really?
something, right?
Where we're going?
I
Warren
don't know. I'm
Buffett?
just trying. Who's
Super rich man.
What year is
Yeah, I don't know.
Who?
I don't like.
I'm sorry, I'm
All
too
right.
young for that reference.
All right.
I'm 36 and I'm too young for that reference.
Elon Musk. How about Elon Musk? Elon
There you
Musk,
go, there you
right?
go.
Okay. It's like Elon
that.
Musk basically saying, "Hey, I've heard of your plane, and I'm looking for a music teacher for my kids. Can you come help out?" Like that's sort of the level of what this letter is. This is a unbelievably huge honor for someone who cares about stuff like that.
Zavroski is happy. He is all smiles.
All right.
And,
And he tells Jake, it's like, Jake, it's just, seems my name has reached another noble's house.
Like I said,
And-
I saw the seal. It's moving up in the world.
And they want me to teach their children like I taught you. And now that my name's better known, I can probably get an even better rate.
Definitely ask for everything you're worth, dude. But before that,
Don't
you need
get
to
too-
take care of a
don't do-
dragon.
I'll share some of the bounty with the tavern. Don't worry, Elona. Some more drinks for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. 100%. Smashes another glass.
See,
Elona,
this is why
those
you guys don't
cost
have any money. This is why you don't have any money. That's right.
Oh, it's me breaking glasses, not Jake fucking buying rounds for everyone. That's the problem. It's me smashing one or two glasses, not literally every
One.
person drinking on Jake.
It's his money. He can do what he wants. It's still coming to the tavern.
Well, actually, I just gave it away.
That's a different story. You should pay us.
Well, my money is already your money, so
Aw, you guys dating or something?
it's your money too. I thought we were all. I think it was. I thought it was
Wait.
like a pool. I thought it was like a circle of money.
I think he means your personal money, Jake. He wants
I
you
don't
to
have
pay
any
with your
personal money. I don't have any personal money. I put it all in the pool.
I see.
We're pooling, and then you just take from the pool. You
Well,
take a little
then,
bit
Jake-
from here, and you
Jake-
put it over there.
You
Well,
might
maybe
not want
after the
to
first 10
give
day, we'll
away-
stop with all of the free drinks.
Yeah, but people enjoyed that, and they'll come back.
They will.
Just hoping to get
It
the free
was-
drinks.
It was a good opening, and now we need to ride out the goodwill of that free drink rounds.
We need to do monthly promotions, though. And I felt like it was the time to do it. On another note, who likes looking at dragons?
Yes, we actually
Hey.
met the Blackstaff today.
Yesterday.
like money.
Oh.
I mean, I really like money.
I do also like money.
It does mean money
I
in the
know.
long run. In the grand scheme of things, it's money.
And in the not grand scheme of things, it means
The Blackstaff has another job for us.
Oh, she's got more work for us. Oh,
but
great.
she's paying in special paper that
yeah,
Zav
she's
needs.
paying. Yep.
So
So
the
what did you-
story is that there's been sightings of a bronze dragon
here.
near the harbor.
Oh, an actual dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are to go and investigate. Apparently, bronze dragons are friendly most of the time.
Oh, come on.
Though we don't know what this one's intentions could be.
Yeah,
We might need
he-
to punch him in the face.
Yeah. You want to be there in case we need to lay some smackdown like you did on Yagra on this dragon.
Underwater. We get to go underwater.
We got some fancy potions, and that's
Maybe
the
you get to
job.
punch a fish.
It might be super easy, but we might also get in a great fight.
Fine.
I knew
You're
you'd
so
be
excited.
And you get to breathe underwater.
Yeah, but water means it's gonna clean me off, and like I just got a good like film of gross on me again.
Well, it's the harbor, so it's not exactly clean
Film of
water.
gross.
You may get some algae on you. Algae? It's going to be slimy. It's a good thing.
Just, you know how I clean myself with my magic? I can make you dirty with it afterwards if you really want.
No,
It works
that's
both ways.
cheating. I need to earn it myself.
All right.
I love Elona. I love her so much.
You saw this great blood stain, and you know this blood stain is the one from that last hit you got in on Iagra with her blood splattered
yeah.
on your shoulder. You're like, oh, every time you look at that blood
Hot.
stain, you're like, oh yeah. All right, so any plans for tomorrow, tonight? I guess
Well, I
tonight's
need
ending.
to still talk to Jake.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. So the So the tavern. Do you guys have what are the hours of operation here?
Well, I mean,
Or
Leaf's
if
there
the
all the time.
door is
isn't he?
unlocked.
Like, do you
I
guys
would
close
imagine
at some
we're doing
point?
normal tavern hours and have actual staff as well.
Right.
And then Zav tries to perform at good night hours.
Sure.
There's a show at 8. There's a show at 10, and there's a show at 11.
10:30.
All right. So Zav gets on the stage, does his nightly show.
While
then-
Zav's on the stage, Elona will talk to Jake and Cole because she just doesn't want Zav to hear this.
Oh man! All right, okay, all right. So the place is all fixated on the musical amazingness of Zavroski. Zavroski, how good is your show tonight?
Oh, roll.
Fantastic.
Damn.
Pretty solid show.
He's gotten
Plus
real good
9.
at performing.
Yeah, man. He's wow. Plus
Expertise
9.
in performance. He is an actor.
Crazy. All right.
Nice.
So yeah, he's like even when he's just dialing it in, like he's not even really trying hard. He's just sort of dial it in. It's still this amazing show. Like people are just like, yes, like this is pretty awesome stuff. All right. So in the meantime, you guys are hanging out at your table.
So, Jake,
What's up?
you, are you drunk? Are you okay?
I've had a few Chardonnays. What of it?
You got drunk off of Chardonnay. Okay.
Don't let him lie to you. It was a few appletini.
Oh no, Jake. All right.
They're
well,
delicious. Don't shame me.
I'm
Don't
not-
shame me.
I'm gonna a little bit, just a little bit. Your alcohol tolerance has gone down since we were kids.
Try an appletini.
Learning.
Try an appletini and tell me it's not delicious.
Those appletinis will kick your ass. I'll tell you.
No. Anyway, you remember the conversation we had a
Zima Light.
couple days ago, where we were doing that honesty thing, and I told you things.
Yeah, you're on drugs. We knew that. Yeah. I'm okay
Okay.
with it. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you like you maybe
Well, it was
just
more that I
judged me
didn't
about the
tell
appletini.
Cole, and now
Uh,
Cole knows.
You mean your little habit?
We all knew, Elona. We just weren't judging you for it.
All right, well, fuck me, I guess. So word around is that my supplier, their supply got busted at the dock, meaning I am not out, but close to out. And when I went to go have a conversation with someone who I thought could get me more, they kind of pointed me in the direction of your gang. So if you could talk to someone and buy me drugs.
You guys are my gang, so who am I going to talk to?
Jake. You're not fucking funny.
I'm kind of funny. I almost made the Blackstaff laugh.
No, you didn't. You just think you're funny because those fucking appletinis.
Hey, appletinis will make anybody funny.
I don't think that's true. Will you buy me drugs?
I mean, I don't even know where would I go about getting them?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, because you were a part of that gang, and apparently they're very lucrative in the drug business, and I need drugs. Soon. Otherwise, dealing with me without them is not gonna be pretty. I tried once, it didn't end well.
Well, I mean, I don't know who I'd go and talk to. Cole, do we know anybody that was doing drugs in the Xanathars when we were there?
I mean, I was mostly there for muscle. They used me for my sword.
Boy,
That's what she said.
Jake know of any drug addicts in the Xanathars when he was somebody specifically that he knew was doing some hard drugs?
Or I mean, not doing drugs, but dealing drugs. I mean, yeah, you know, there's definitely some drug trade in the Xanathar operation. Sure, definitely.
But would he know somebody to talk to, or possibly Cole? Would one of us know?
Since it's that rampant, will we know of a person?
Yeah, you
Like a
guys could
specific person to
definitely,
talk to?
you guys could definitely know a couple people or a
That's
couple
not
leads to
Ketos.
follow. Right. No, you
Oh,
guys
that
have a
would have
couple.
been funny.
It's actually Kethos is the one that I know.
Roy's thinking about it now.
you guys have, you have a couple of people you could talk to. I mean, you could, at least some leads you could talk to. I mean, somebody like Kethos would be the person because he's like in charge of things or
We're trying to go around the Kethos.
Sure.
Over the Kethos.
I feel like he's probably laying low anyways. He won't be so easy to find right now since he like just got away from the cops and whatnot.
Well, yeah. So you guys, you guys could definitely find some, have some contacts in the guild. You could ask around, sure.
Buy me drugs.
I mean, you don't know how.
Give it a try.
Yeah, you don't know what your reputation is with them right now. You suspect it's not great, but.
Well, that's why we're gonna need Cole to be the front man on this one. And if Cole's okay with getting you drugs, Elona, I'm okay with getting you drugs.
How long has the longest time you have been without?
Like 2 weeks.
And how did that go?
Not great.
Explain not great.
So before I was here, I was in a monastery.
Right.
And drugs are kind of frowned upon in that situation.
Okay.
And I was maybe found out a little bit after, using and then beating the shit out of someone. So they took them away, and my dealer wasn't there for like 2 weeks. And let's just say the 3rd floor of the monastery is still under renovation. It's been like almost a couple months now.
So this was recent. This was before your release.
Well, when I broke everything on the 3rd floor, yeah.
Maybe that's how she finally got out of the program.
This was the cause of your
Broke
release.
the 3rd floor and left.
This was the cause of your release.
No.
But it was near that time.
But if you must know, I have been using Wish for like 2.5 years now.
Okay. I will defer this decision to your more close friend, Jake. I do not want to make this decision for you.
What do you mean? It's not a decision, it's just buy me drugs.
Yes, but if he does not want to get them for you, I would not want to get them for you either.
Okay, but I want you to get them for me.
I mean, I've never. It's Elona chooses her own life. I'm not gonna control her as long as if she's okay with it, and as long as it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. How often have we seen her do it? It's not that often, right, Elona? It's not that often.
It's not that.
I mean, it's practically every time she gets knocked down.
No.
Well, I mean, it's a pick-me-up. I mean, are you judging?
No,
Yeah,
not
you
at all.
fucking
I'm just making observations.
I think Elona knows what she's doing, and if it becomes a problem, we'll handle it when it becomes a problem. Right now, there's no trouble.
Yeah, just handle it if I become.
Okay, you like this word trouble.
I deal with a lot of trouble, all right? There's a lot of
What's the
trouble in
pool
my life.
at?
Well then, if this is not a problem for anyone, let's make a field trip.
Oh, I mean, okay, I'm cool.
I mean, how soon do you need this?
I got like a 10-day.
Oh, okay, so we got
And I
plenty of
don't,
time.
like I said, I don't use it and it's also not every time I get knocked down, but like I don't use it every day, probably.
So, would we know possibly a name, Roy, that we could send a paper bird to? Because I happen to be in paper bird.
In ownership of said paper bird.
Yeah, so I could just like write a name on a paper bird and send a
You
message,
could.
and we could kind of wait. It's kind of like sending a text message to your dealer, but a paper bird instead.
Well, you know,
You holding?
you don't.
Operation Find
Well,
a
I tell you
Window.
what. You tell me. Do you know an actual dealer, or do you just know some people who might know the dealer?
Well, usually I would just jump on Craigslist and look Wish Waterdeep, but that's not an
I'm just thinking.
option.
No, I'm thinking for you two guys. Like, I think this is a case where I'm gonna let the players make that decision.
Cole was always there as a sword. He didn't really ask questions.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he knows stuff was going on, but I don't know if he knows per se who exactly would be the one to contact.
Yeah, you guys would definitely each have contacts in the guild. I'm just wondering, do you have a direct contact to like one of the dealers? Because that would be pretty uncommon.
Jake made his original connection with the Xanathars through jail, and then he's also a very talkative and very extrovert type of person.
All right.
So I feel like he would definitely have been talking to people while he was in the Xanther. I feel like he would have known the name. And I feel like the guy's name was Croaky.
Oh, you're making a name. All right, I'll take that.
Croaky.
You got it.
Also, my pizza's almost here, so if I just jump up really fast, it's to grab my pizza. I'll be right back.
So
Croaky.
Good old Croaky.
Croaky.
Good old pierogi.
All right. Yeah. So you know a guy who has done drug deals for sure over time. So you could send him a paper bird.
I will send my paper bird to Croaky
All right.
and ask him if he's holding.
What is written on this paper bird?
Basically just asking, are you holding right now? I'm in need of wish, and if you can supply it, I can pay for it.
Is it? I'm just. Never mind. Elona wouldn't say it. It's too smart of a question. Fuck.
And you're signing this how?
That's my issue.
Remember,
How is it being
paper
signed?
birds have like there's no it's just a one-way trip, so it's not like he would know. He's just gonna get this random paper.
Ask for Cole at Troll School Manor. He's already in on this. He's already part of this. I need him to be a part
We
of this.
renamed the tavern. We
Oh, we
renamed
did.
the
That's
tavern.
right. That's right. That's right.
Spirits of Hydra.
Spirits of the Hydra.
All right. All right.
Come to
So
Spirits of the Hydra and ask for Cole. I can't put my name on it right now. Cole, I hope you understand. I'm not trying to hide this from you
Did
at
you
all.
guys have code names?
Never had a
Hydra
code
2.
name.
No.
Ask for Hydra 2. All right. You whisper his name into the paper bird and you send it off, and it sprouts wings and flaps off into the night.
I once again, I made it very clear that I let Cole know that I was making him the contact on this because I couldn't right now.
I appreciate it. Get me as much as possible. That is not a joke. Like my body weight in drugs.
Okay. How much is the going rate for Wish?
Well, it really depends. I kind of got a good deal with my
Okay,
guy.
so what is the average? So I know if I'm getting fucked on the deal.
Roy? I don't remember what the average was.
I'm supposed to remember.
What's the over under?
You're supposed to know
Yeah.
this.
It was. I think it was like 2 gold a 10-day.
No, it had to be more than that because.
But I got a good deal from Patty.
It's probably something like. Well, no,
I
that
don't
might be
take
right.
notes, Icky. I'm Elona.
I have it written somewhere. Here, I'll make a note to find my note. Find the cost of which for Elona. All right, I got it. I'll find it, and I will let you know. It's something
Google
like
it.
that.
How much does Wish cost, Google?
Oh God, I don't even want to do it. Don't do that.
It's
Don't
a
do
fake
that.
drug Roy and I made up together. It's not
Yeah.
gonna have any.
Whatever you do, don't Google that. I don't know what you're gonna find. I cannot be held accountable for what you might find. Oh man. All right. So okay. So you guys are going to find. Let's see. Bird to. All right, so Bird is out. Croaky is sent. All right, next day. Plans? Anything?
I know we have to go deal with this dragon thing. I just don't know if you have time to deal with that.
We could start it and then just cut it.
Good, yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
It's probably gonna be like
Outside-
5. It's probably like 5 minutes anyway. It's like probably just something easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That Jake
for
wants
sure.
to learn how to scry on scrolls, like write magic scrolls.
What did I miss?
It's a downtime activity.
You missed nothing actually. Wait, I thought you were carousing this 10-day, Jake.
Yeah, I can do that instead. Yeah, I can go back.
You
to
don't.
that.
It's up. I mean, I'm just. Yeah. So remember, there's like a downtime thing you guys are doing, like in spare time.
The carousing was more so because I thought that was part of like the going to see Vajra thing.
Ah, gotcha.
So if nothing's been locked in,
Yeah.
he'd like to start learning how to do spell scrolls
Spell scrolls. Okay.
because it costs 25 gold pieces in a day to do a spell scroll of first level, and he'd like to learn how to do spell scrolls for mage armor because he's got limited slots, and it'd be much easier if he could just scroll that shit.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So the next day, I know you guys have a couple of leads on things? You're going to follow any of that stuff up tomorrow, or?
Are we doing the dragon?
Dragon sounds great.
Let's fuck up a dragon.
Or speak with a dragon.
Fuck up a dragon. This is Elona you're talking about.
All right. So the dragon.
Conversation is not her forte.
Oh, let's see. Dragon.
Do I burn my mouth to eat a bite of pizza?
Don't do it.
But I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. Don't do it.
That does say a lot about you that you think Coke is a medium drug. What the hell, dude?
Hey, my like top tier high end, that's like getting into your heroin and stuff like that.
Yeah, to be fair,
That's vein popping.
I described Wish when I was writing it to Roy as a mix of Coke and ecstasy.
Yeah, I would say yeah. 3 to 5 gold pieces a hit? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a silvery powder that's or was it gold? It might have been gold. Something real shiny that comes in little pills that you're gonna pop open, line your thumb, and
Yep.
I went into
And
a
this
lot of
isn't-
detail about how Wish works.
Yeah.
guys.
But this isn't like a high grade. This isn't like a high end drug either. This is something
No.
that a poor monastery person can afford. So
Someone
this, is-
that can get it at a monastery.
this might be closer to crack or something, right? Like it's sort of. It's your,
It's meth.
yeah.
In
It's
all
your,
honesty, crack and meth I put at that high end with the heroin.
well,
Yeah.
just saying cheap. Let's think of cheap drugs that you can get. Yeah, probably nothing as fancy as cocaine, but. All right, so so you guys actually head down to the Mist Shore. This is sort of a rundown part of the dock ward. This is the naval harbor of Waterdeep, in fact. I have a picture someplace that.
So 15 silver a hit.
Wow.
Seems about right.
Upside down ships.
Ooh.
I like
Well,
that.
Just a little
See
random.
how dirty
picture.
the dock water is? This is what I'm saying.
Just a little random picture.
You're definitely not getting clean in that water.
It's fine. Well, then Zav's gonna have a bad time, and it'll make Elona giggle.
All right, so you guys head to the Mist Shore, and you're there. So this is that's kind of what you know. There's supposedly some bronze dragon out somewhere here in the harbor.
Are there actual people walking around right now?
Sure, yeah. This is the next day, so this is a busy area. In fact, the very early fishermen are kind of coming in. There's lots of soldiers around here. Like I said, you're in sort of the naval area, so this is a very busy dock area. It's a
I
little
feel
sort
like
of
fishermen would know. I feel like we
Right.
should ask fishermen if they've seen any bronze dragons or anything strange that may indicate a bronze dragon. Like a large body in the water, an area where they don't fish because of the bronze dragon.
yeah. You guys can find a fisher boat kind of coming in off to the side, like not by this main area, but you can find a fisher boat and a fisherman pulling up. He says, "Yar! How can I help you? I am a fisherman. Yar!"
Zav is Zav in his pirate outfit before we get to this point? Is Zav in his pirate outfit?
Do it, Zav!
Obviously.
Do it, Zav!
Elona
Right,
will
come
walk
on.
40 feet behind if Zav is
Full tricorder.
That doesn't.
Come on, Zav!
No. Sure.
No, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'm not even there. I just like the idea of having somebody in a pirate costume all the time. It's just it's a discreet thing.
Gotta blend in with all the locals.
Yeah, so this fisherman is sort of bringing his harvest in, and they're getting all the fish off the boat onto the docks and such as you guys approach.
Fellow seamen,
You guys are so immature.
have you perchance spotted any or heard about the dragon around the harbor?
He gives you the dragon. There's talk of dragon, but there shouldn't be any dragons in this harbor. This is Waterdeep. Surely we're safe from dragons here.
Oh, it's just rumors.
Oh no, I've heard of it. It's out there. It's out there. Oh, I'm catching half the fish I used to catch. Someone should do something about this dragon.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
they
if you
should. Do
could-
you know where it might be stealing all the fish from? Where would it be?
From the harbor, of course. Out there. Actually, I fish beyond the harbor, but it's in the harbor. I'm sure. That's what they tell me. It hasn't bothered me, I suppose, to be honest, but I know it's
Do you
there.
know
I can.
of any of your fellow mates that have actually seen it or run into it?
Well, you know, I suppose I haven't, actually, but still, I'm sure it's there. I heard it from Bob, who heard it from Bob, that the dragon is out there. And it's dangerous, I tell you. Dragons be dangerous.
2 Bobs removed.
I can smell it.
Yes, and what does the dragon smell like?
Death and the ocean. With a little bit of raw fish.
Are you sure that's not just your catch from today?
What? No, my catch smells fine. That's fine catch. Freshest fish you'll find.
That's true. It does look like you're very good at your job.
Ah, well, yeah, you know that I am. Ha ha.
Cole
Is
still
there
in the
any
background.
a tavern nearby that someone would be spinning more tales about this dragon?
Well, it could be. I don't know that many people have seen it. It's talked about, but well, so far, if it's been causing trouble, it hasn't been much. But it will. I know it will. Are you trying to find it?
Well, if there's dragon, there's treasure, no?
Oh, is that true?
That's what I've heard.
Oh.
Would you?
I could take you out into the harbor.
Yes. Would you be willing to bring us on your boat to search for this
Absolutely.
dragon?
For a share of the treasure, of course.
If there's treasure.
Ah, yes. I should probably just take a fee. All right. It'll cost you a dragon each.
How about 2 dragons?
For 4 of you? Maybe a persuasion roll, Zavroski.
Oh, I thought he was offering him more there for a second.
Fine. 2 dragons it is. Still a fair wage to take you out there and back. But I'm not waiting all day, mind you.
Yes. Well, you know the waters best. Is there any place where a dragon might be able to hide or swim under a cave? Anything?
I don't know. Under the waters? I mean, I've never been down
But
there.
you've been around the bend. Is there perhaps cave areas or places that people like to dive and explore?
Not that I know of, no. No, I know the waters and the winds and the waves, but once you get beneath the surface, not for me. In fact, that's the goal, to stay on this side of the water. Stay above the waves.
It's true. It's true.
It's a very good goal.
Not all. It depends what kind of fisher you are. There's like, I guess what we need is a clammer. We need somebody who goes for clams, shellfish.
All right, so
Not
shall
the
we be
netter.
off?
This guy, I feel like this guy fishes with nets and traps, and we need like somebody who's like diving.
Let's do some reconnaissance first, Jake.
All right, so
Well,
it
how
takes
dirty is the water? Like you can't see down into it.
you can see a little bit, but I mean, this is no. The water's not terrible, but it's opaque. You know, it's not
Because I mean,
Caribbean.
like even in Florida, you can see down into the water.
Yeah, you could probably see, maybe 5 or 10 feet down, but you wouldn't be able to see like the bottom of a ship. It's not like this crystal clear water. The tides around here keep the water pretty murky, sort of most of the time. But it's not like dirty. It's not like it's polluted or anything. There's no water pollution. It's just water that's dirty. It's just like water that where the silt and such hasn't settled. So it's just all right, so you guys get in this guy's boat, and they finish unloading the ship. Takes about 10 more minutes, and you guys get on the boat, and you head out, and he brings you out into, I guess, the middle of the harbor.
Zavroski suggests we stay closer to the land in case there's somewhere that the creature's staying on the land. But if someone has other suggestions,
Are there some bluffs?
Well, from
bluffs in Waterdeep?
Yeah,
from
like, are there any cliffs around?
Yeah.
Any rock formations?
there are actually. There is the mount. There's the mountain here. Just as a note, I may not have been clear that what's her name? Vazra told you guys that this thing was living in the water, which that's the reason she gave you these potions, because she
I see.
seemed to
Right,
imply
right,
that
right.
this thing was living.
There's got to be like
Underwater,
an
not in-
underwater cave of some kind, so rock formation
Just so you know.
would lead to the cave.
Yeah. So there are, in fact, there is the Mount, what the hell, Mount Waterdeep. So there are. So if you're in the dock,
Unless it's like living in the sewer system.
oh god, no. This, I mean,
Oh,
no.
what
She
about
said
the
this was
little
out
island?
in the harbor.
What about the island just off the harbor? Like in that little, there's like a bay there.
Yeah, and that's where, like I said, she sent you out into the base. So you guys can head towards that island, sure. That sort of semi crescent. I'm sure I've got a map for that.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head out there. You get there. You're there.
Where would if I were a dragon and I were underwater, where would I be?
How long can what's the math for holding your breath?
Constitution, isn't it?
Yeah, but
You can hold
how do
your
you
breath for
figure out?
one
Well,
minute for every number your Constitution modifier is.
Zavroski, you know that there are such things as actual aquatic dragons.
is there any kind of noise that Zavroski thinks he could use to call to a dragon? He can just use a minor illusion. He could fake a dragon call, but he doesn't know if he thinks he knows what that might be like.
Yeah, I don't know that you ever heard a dragon call.
Caw, motherfucker.
he
That's
pulls out
probably
an
it.
Aztec death
Did I
whistle.
hear a caca, motherfucker?
Yes. Jump! I charge! Charge!
I mean, he'll try and use his minor illusion of noise in the water.
All right. All right. It does not seem to have any effect.
All right, so Cole can hold his breath for 3 minutes. He's just gonna dive in the water and see if he can see anything down there.
Okay, you.
He doesn't want to waste the potion just yet.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't want to. They only last an hour. I don't want to pop a potion until we have more of a concise. Like, this is a big bay, yo. This is
Yeah,
huge.
like I want to find where we're going first and then
Yeah.
use it.
All right. The
Agreed.
well now the hang on. So remember that Vazra mentioned that this creature is she mentioned it's taken up residence in the naval harbor. So that is like the smaller part of the bay that
Which smaller part?
let me see. Hang on. Let me
Because it's this. I'm looking at this
I have a
map,
map
and
here,
it's
hold on.
huge.
Yeah. So this part of the map.
Naval harbor. At least the naval harbor is a little bit.
Oh,
smaller, but
okay.
still-
Barely though.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but that's such a smaller space.
yeah. At least it narrows things down a little bit.
And it looks like there's only like, if you're going off the coloring, there's not that much deep water.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah, not very deep. So it's definitely a smaller area to find or to search if you were to search.
So we
We
would
all jump
tell
off different ends of the boat, swim till we can't hold our breath anymore, try and figure out if we can see anything from there.
Okay.
I mean, I would save a little bit of breath just to get back to the surface.
I might do that
Elona
as well.
can hold her breath for 1 minute, so
Oh boy.
Okay. Just within the range of holding your breath, you're not going to find anything. The water here isn't like ocean deep, but it's not tens of feet
Someone
deep.
send him a
This is
paper crane. Send the dragon a
this
paper
is
crane.
dozens of
Ask
feet
where
deep.
he is.
Don't
It's
know
a
his
paper
name.
crane.
I don't know his name.
Dear
By the
small
fleet.
bronze dragon in the naval harbor, please answer.
You guys come back up. The guy's like, "Did you find it?"
I have 10 darts. Maybe I could just start throwing darts into the water.
You can. Darts don't do much underwater.
I don't do much. Just in general right now. I don't know what else we could do.
Zavroski's gonna start playing a great performance on the boat as loud as he can with his instruments.
Hey, fisherman.
All right. Yeah.
Do you have any
Yar.
fish on this boat?
Well, we have a few, but we mostly offloaded our cargo. Remember?
So,
Ah,
in this map,
We can have. Yeah, but
There's
I'm sure we have our supply we keep for the crew.
do we have fishing rods? Maybe we fish for this dragon.
Fish for the dragon.
I'm throwing ideas out there, man.
okay, there's like a little nook further up towards the west side, where that peninsula, where that, yeah, on the left side of it.
Mhm.
Maybe there's some. I know it looks like shallower water, but maybe there's a little cave right there in that nook.
You're talking about the nook that's like southwest off the M, right? Or up way up in there. Okay,
Yeah.
right up in that nook.
Yeah.
All right. You guys can swim over there if you want. No, that is definitely shallower water. That's where a lot of the ships go in there, and it gets pretty shallow up there. You can see mostly to the bottom in that area.
Okay. Do I see any openings in the rocks?
No, not in that area.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna go by the docks, see if there's anything under the docks.
Okay, you spend some time searching under the docks. You don't find anything like a cave that might be large enough to house a dragon. A dragon.
All right, well then
Sweat,
I'm just
I saw
gonna
a
keep
dragon.
going down that coastline of the peninsula.
Okay. You
What
guys.
he meant was Monster Island is actually a peninsula.
This definitely takes a bit of time, and the fisherman's grumbling. He's like, I said I wasn't gonna be here all day.
Jake will flick another gold at him. Dragon.
It was 2.
Well, I'm tipping you extra for your extra time.
And
Grumble.
listen to this beautiful music you're getting as we're on the sea shanty. Won't you
Yeah,
sing
you know-
with me?
you
And
know
you'll
the
start like a sea
Castmates?
shanty
Castmates pay him.
that's pretty popular for sailors.
All right. Okay, fine. So you guys make your way around the harbor. So around the shallows of this harbor, you don't find any sort of
So it's gotta be deeper
promising
water.
leads.
All
Yeah.
right. How about on the Stormhaven Island side?
I'll jump out in the water, pretend to be a baby seal. Maybe. He likes seals.
I mean, dragons are intelligent creatures.
Baby seal.
I feel like the dragon would not want to eat a person so that it doesn't draw too much negative attention on itself.
But what about a baby seal? Ignore the fact I am 6'8".
But you look like
That's no
Baby
baby
half
seal.
orc woman.
Baby seal.
I think dragons are usually smarter than you think, and could see
All right.
that you are an orc, a half orc woman, not a seal.
Okay, so you guys,
Minor illusion.
minor illusion.
Minor illusion of a baby seal.
Ah, baby
That's
seal.
injured. That's injured in the water. So it's like easy
Operation
prey.
Baby Seal.
That's right.
Jake,
It
you
looks
have,
like it
you,
got clubbed.
you're
Jake
able to
gets
do
it.
this as well. We could both make illusions of something for the dragon to eat.
I like it.
All
What
right,
about
so
tuna?
all right, so Elona is in. God Tentane. Elona is in the water, flopping like a
I thought they
baby
were just
seal.
making a
No,
baby seal illusion.
we went to the minor
They're not
illusion.
making me a baby seal. They're just making an illusion of a baby seal.
We took Alona's idea and we ran with it, but just not with Alona as the baby seal.
All right, how does
Because
it
I'm
now?
6'8" and like 290 pounds.
What illusion spell is this?
I'm actually
Minor
gonna go with
illusion.
the tuna instead. Minor illusion. I'm gonna go with the tuna because it's a nice fish. Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
Would I be able to use prestidigitation to make the water smell like blood?
It's no larger than a 5-foot cube, but you could make the illusion as big as a 5-foot cube.
So a
All right.
small tuna. I feel like the dragon would like tuna.
They'd probably like gold.
I feel like he's a spicy hand roll kind of guy.
All right, so it's a big tuna that's sitting there in the water.
He's kind of injured, swimming around, splashing.
Zavroski
cleaning
will
up the city.
also find another sea creature that looks tantalizing and make an illusion of that.
Okay.
Like, who doesn't like tuna though? Really?
The All right, let's see. What can I? Maybe a perception check.
From everyone? Someone?
Who's making a perception check?
No, you know what? This would be more of a performance or a deception, I guess, right?
Zavroski's.
Sure, do
Great at
performance.
both of those.
Stupid Zavroski, fine.
I mean, deceptions, he's just as good.
Sure.
I don't know.
You guys are terrible.
We are.
Yep.
We're not that good. I'm just learning. To my defense,
With
I am just
with Jake
learning.
also making an illusion, is it advantage?
All right, your illusions don't summon the dragon. Is going to be the short of it. But nice ideas. I like the idea.
Okay, next idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna say, don't dragons like gold? Can't we like throw? Okay, hear me out. We tie a piece of gold to some rope. We throw it in the
Come on.
water. Fishing.
we fish for a dragon with gold. I
Dragon.
like it.
Dragon.
It's
yeah.
all coming together.
Fish for a
Dragons,
dragon
fish for
with a
dragons.
dragon. Yes,
What's
I
up?
like it.
That's
I
what
like
Alona's gonna do off the side of the boat. Is she's gonna tie
Oh,
a
I'm there too.
dragon with some rope, 'cause she has rope, and just throw it off the edge and see what happens.
There's
The
got
The dragon slips from the rope.
Dragons like gold.
There's got to
All
be
right.
4 fishing rods on this boat.
All right, fine. You guys drop gold into the water,
Cast
and
gold. Cast. We're fishing.
Holding onto the rope.
you drop it down, drop it down, drop it down, drop it down.
It's hot.
Zavroski's gonna try with an illusion of a large gemstone this time,
Ooh.
next to the gold as well.
Well, you guys, I imagine you guys are dropping the gold like down. This water's, fairly. This is an ocean deep.
I have
Well,
50.
I'm casting and I'm gonna jig.
I have 50 feet of hempen rope, so I'm just.
Oh
going
yeah.
with-
All right, you get to the
Alona's
bottom.
dredging.
You get to the bottom of your rope, and you have not nearly found
The
the bottom
bottom.
of this place.
I'm
yeah.
gonna wiggle it.
All right.
Just a
It
little
wiggles.
Yeah.
All right, it
a little.
wiggles. You're only 50 feet deep, though. That's not very deep.
Give me more rope. Does anyone have more rope? I can tie it together.
Apparently, we're gonna need to take these damn potions and just go down there.
Yeah, apparently. Here, wait.
One more rope.
Give me it. I will go down. There's still 3 left. So if I find anything, there's 3 of you guys who can go down.
I feel like you going down to encounter a dragon by yourself is.
It will end perfectly. I don't know.
I just feel like it's not going to work out in the long run. Things.
Alona never comes back.
No.
That's what I'm worried about, and I'm not going to put
fucked the
Alona in that
dragon.
situation.
More rope. Tie her to the fishing rod. Fish with a
She's
Alona.
the bait.
She's the bait.
I could seduction haka a dragon.
What am I getting into?
We're getting merch. I mean, I gotta bring it back somehow.
All right, let's see. Are you okay? So the rope, 50 feet of rope goes down, doesn't have any effect.
Does anyone have more rope that I can use?
Or you jump, or what's the?
Am I taking a potion and just jumping? I promise.
I'll do it with you.
I swear to you, I will not fight or fuck this dragon by myself.
By myself. I'm gonna need help.
Jake's like, I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in. I'm not going to let you go alone. I'm not going to let you go alone. It's just
I
not
said,
gonna
why
happen.
don't we just all take it and go?
Because if we don't find it, then we need the other two to be able to try and go in a different area and try and find it.
I mean, we're not going to have to worry about coming back up. We could just stay down there looking.
Until we need to be able to breathe.
Yeah, see, I'd feel more comfortable if these things lasted longer than an hour. I'm just going to put that out there.
I agree.
But, I mean, if that's all we've got, then I'm ready to take a potion and go down there.
Maybe she's
I'm
got
not going to
more.
let Elona go down there alone. It's
Maybe
not,
she
that's
has
not
more.
happening.
Who knows? She's probably got plenty.
Do you have
If
any
our
more paper
first
cards?
scouting mission doesn't work, I am sure we can convince Vajra for more potions.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her after. I'll
And
go.
Jake, you'd get to talk to her again. Though she might not be this happy if we don't find it the first try, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Risk
I'd rather-
reward.
But let's just go down there. Let's just do this then.
Yeah, let's all go.
Chug.
Do we
Chug-a-lug.
want the boat back here when we come back up?
Oh, I would hope so.
Well,
Can you
then
put up
we
the
should-
diving flag, sir?
Diving? The
Bob
what?
was your name? The
The what?
diving flag, yes.
The what?
It's a black and yellow flag that you put up that lets people know that we're down in the water.
Yeah, we'll let people know you're down in the water. Don't worry. How long are you going to be gone?
We will be back within an hour, and if you
An
stay
hour?
if you stay here, more money for you.
4 gold.
And I
4?
won't punch you in the face.
Not that though.
4 dragons, you say, huh? For an hour? Fair enough, I suppose.
You've
But-
already spent more time on
That's
3.
a great wage, sir. You
all
know.
right, all right. Okay, fine.
Let's dive.
Okay, so you guys chug the
Wait,
water.
I got this. Wait, no, wrong color. Boom.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have 2.
So you guys take these potions and you get in the
Mana
water.
and HP.
Nice. And it is super weird because of course your brain is like hold your breath, and it really takes a sort of force
I'm
of
not
will
smart enough to know
to finally take the breath. And as you do, you realize it's just like breathing air. It's really kind of fascinating, kind of amazing. And you guys swim and you go down and down and down and down. And the light grows dimmer and dimmer as you do. You swim for, let's see.
I think Jake's the only one that has a problem with low
Yeah.
light situations.
What I can
Yeah.
do is I can tie a rope to Jake and then tie the other end to me.
True.
All right. You guys swim for, let's see, let's make it party. All right, you swim for 10 minutes and find nothing. Keep going. It's getting dimmer. All right, at the end of the next 10 minutes, you guys... Oh, man. All right. You guys...
What do we guys find?
What do we guys?
You see... In fact,
Hey,
I need
you
a...
guys.
I need a perception check from each of you.
Even Jake?
Even Jake. Everyone here. Jake, your perception
I'm
check.
assuming mine's at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
With low light, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yo.
What check are we doing?
Perception.
I got a 16.
And
11.
let's see my.
Even with his disadvantage, he does better than me.
Well, what you guys don't know is in the last 6 years, I did a little bit of clam diving.
Is that what they're calling it now? Clam diving. All right. All right, Jake and Zavroski, you guys see this shape, this giant shape of a. Well, let's just admit that this is a shark, and it sort of seems to spot you and heads towards you guys. And as it does, you guys all hear this voice that screams out, "Fresh meat!" as this giant shark starts swimming towards you.
Am I able to use magic
Sure.
under the water?
Yes.
Because he's going
Under
to.
the sea.
How big is this shark? Is it bigger than 5 feet by 5 feet?
Oh, yes. It is giant.
He'll put out an illusion of something more tantalizing 30 feet away from the group. That like an injured looking giant fish.
Jake's getting his mage armor on.
Okay.
It's got like a bent fin, bent tail. Doesn't seem to be moving very fast.
All right, let me see. Invest. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, actually, okay, fine. Let's see. Make a deception check. Nope, no need. Okay.
That's what we needed right now.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. You
Um.
get 28, you damn shark.
All right. Yeah. So this shark is swimming, and it says "fresh meat," and it swims over to the illusion, and it tries to
Chops
eat
in a
the
bunch of
illusion.
water.
Yes, and does nothing. It's like
Run.
Run!
and it looks at you and it says, "Nice try. Now dinner is served."
Since when do sharks talk?
Um.
Question.
All right. I guess that brings us to initiative.
Hey, let's go. Would I be at full HP because of?
Oh yeah, you guys are
We took a long rest
fully
before this,
everything.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are
Will you
full.
long rest us?
Yes, I can. I can do that. Rest. Long rest. There you go.
Oof. I'm gonna use inspiration on that initiative.
On initiative?
It's in 1. I'm using inspiration on
shit.
that.
This dude's woo. Phew. This dude's no joke.
I guess that's better. I'll take my 10.
All right. Okay. So, this is as good a place as any. Sorry to have to. Man, I really wanted to. All right, but well, don't be in that much trouble. All right, fine. Fine.
I won't be in that much trouble.
Fine. Okay, so Zavroski, you have seen it. You have seen this talking shark, and you are first. What's the plan?
Did everyone?
Yeah, Cole and Jake's initiative didn't get put in.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, that's why.
Do you want us to re-roll, or do you just want to?
No, we'll just use that. What'd you guys get? Jake, you got
I got
9.
9.
I got a
Hold on,
5.
5.
Gotcha. All right, no problem.
Does Zavroski think this shark can understand him?
You've never heard a shark talking before, that's for sure.
Especially when he's under the sea.
Does he think
Do.
he could use magic to suggest it to do something else?
Tell me what Zavroski. I don't want to tell you what Zavroski thinks.
Stop and listen to me and have a conversation.
Yeah, you tell me what Zavroski thinks. I don't want to get into the mind of Zavroski. Or any of your minds, really. I'm not going to get into all that.
Well, he's gonna try. He's gonna try to use suggestion on it
All right.
to tell it to find prey that won't fight back and leave us alone.
Did our stream go down?
No,
Mine says the broadcast you were watching has ended.
What?
No,
Oh,
it's
it's
good.
still
for
up.
me.
Maybe it's just mine then.
Nonsense.
Yeah, I still see it.
Yeah, we're good.
All right,
we're
good.
Guess I'm
I was
wrong.
worried. All right. Let me see.
My phone is weird. We're good now.
All right, let me
Mobile Twitch can be a bitch.
Suggestion.
That's fair.
Keep charter immune. All right, pursues a course of action, and duration is concentrated. Okay, so what's the course of action you're suggesting to this thing?
To find prey that won't fight back and leave us alone.
All right, so that is a wisdom savings throw. This is possible. All right.
I mean, if he really wants to bring it,
Oh,
we can have
no!
sharks. Oh, natural 1.
So it does actually. It kind of swims in and it's coming at you and it's like, I'm going to go find some prey that won't fight back and I'll leave you alone for now. And it swims away.
Bye, bitch.
Wow, look at that!
Try some shark fin soup.
Get out of town.
Lona wanted to punch.
You could have eaten us. I don't know.
Alona wanted to punch.
Man, all right, fine,
Sorry,
Zavroski.
I stopped the combat encounters very fast. So
How many opportunities do you get to punch a shark?
Zab's
Lost.
lower on the. Zab's no longer an acquaintance.
Oh man, Zap,
Dang.
Acquaintance status.
Zap
potentially
loses one.
saved us from being eaten by a giant shark.
Don't give
and
a fuck. I
drops
didn't
down.
get to punch.
Zav loses one reputation with Elona. Oh no! All right. All
Alona
right.
did not like that.
So
Alona will remember this.
Alone was looking forward to eating the shark.
all right. So you guys continue your search, and let's see. 10 more minutes goes by.
How many minutes are we into at this point?
This
30?
is
Half hour now.
30. Yeah. So this is So you guys do. So at this point, you guys actually find this creature. You sort of see this this shadow
bottom?
far away. You're not all the way at the bottom, but you're swimming down. You're probably 100 feet below the surface or thereabouts.
Someone gave me a second rope. I could have tied it to the thing, and we would have been fine. But whatever.
Swimming around, and this big. You see it as a shadow, as a shape in the distance. That's really hard to make out through the murk, and then it kind of swims up, and eventually it comes up to you, and it's actually this huge creature, this giant. Well, it's a dragon,
Ahoy, hoy.
It's a dragon.
and it sort of swims up, and it's looking at you, and it's like you hear it speaks in common. How can you breathe underwater?
Magic.
Potions.
Oh, of course, potions. I should have known that. Wow. Well, that's amazing. You. It looks at Elona. You're a big one, aren't you? For humans.
I mean, I'm not really.
Entirely.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, sure, when Jake says it, there's a problem, but when you say it, it's fine.
Well, I want to punch the dragon, but I know that's a bad idea. Jake knows better too.
you seem
Jake's
to
been with
be,
Alona since she was born.
You seem to be quite a big, magnificent creature yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm not terrible. I'm sort of young for my ilk, but I suppose by your standards, I am huge and amazing, I suppose. These potions, where did you get them?
Viagra.
From one of the high mages of the city.
High mages of the city. Oh, how grand would it be to visit the high mage of the city?
Well, she might want to know what you're doing. In fact, that's why she sent us.
She sent you to talk to me?
Yes, you're
A
a
high
very
mage?
important being in this lake.
I'm important. Oh, interesting. Well, okay, fine. Talk away then. How can I help?
Oh, we just need to know why you're here. Like, why are you hanging out in this harbor?
Why am I here? Ah, well, I was swimming by and I noticed there were some interesting shipwrecks down here, and I thought I might check them out for a bit.
Ah, looking for treasure.
Oh,
Gotcha,
well,
gotcha.
yes. Let's face it, shipwrecks mean treasure, friends.
So you mean no ill will or anything like that to the people of Waterdeep?
People of Waterdeep, is that where this is? Ah, no, no, I've no intention of harming the city or its people. They're fine. They've left me alone so far. I suppose I'll leave them alone. And well, if they're leaving all this shiny baubles and gold down here, then well, all the better for me.
Have you managed to find any good treasure that we might even be able to help you get at? I mean, some of the ships, it would be easier for small creatures like us to get in there, and maybe we could split some of the treasure. You get the major share, seeing as you're such a great creature.
Roll me persuasion.
Just want to punch.
Something. He's yes, actually, there is a wreck I found that I was about to go diving into to check out. I suppose you could help out and we could split the treasure. That would be fair. You said you'd give me a larger share?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's kind. I suppose I wouldn't refuse, though. It would hardly be fair. We should really split it evenly, I suspect.
I like this guy.
Well, that sounds great. We only have but half hour left on these potions, though, so how quick could we get to this treasure?
It is not far. It is not far. Come with me. So he seems to take a liking to you, and he swims away very quickly. He's like, oh wait, and he comes back.
Of course he does.
And then
Us.
he waits for you, and you guys go with him, and you go even further down. And it's pretty dark at this point down here where you are. So
Elona's gonna stay close to Jake just because she knows he can't see in the dark.
all right,
She's gonna stay like buddy up next to Jake.
okay. And so this guy, as you're kind of swimming, he is apparently incredibly curious about you. He sort of constantly asks you different questions about this, what things you're wearing, things you're carrying.
Just a real quick question for you.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's except he's
Tell me
curious
about these runes.
Yeah, he's curious about
At
all
some
kinds
point,
of stuff.
Zavroski will ask the dragon's name.
Oh yes, how rude of me. My name is Zelifon.
Zelatharn?
Zelifon.
Or a Farn with an F.
Like that. Farn, yeah, with an F.
Okay.
He says, yes, my name is Zelifon. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. And you guys go down, and you see this actual shipwreck, and it's off to the eastern side of the naval harbor, not too far inside the gate, actually, in one of those deeper areas. And the way we're going to do this is that you guys have a limited time for the shipwreck. We're going to make this into a skill challenge, all right? All right, we're going to make this into a skill challenge. And the way it works is that you guys, one at a time, are going to tell me how you can contribute to the challenge of
Oh, it's
getting...
like when Cole pulled out his hog and we killed that dark elf.
So,
Hey.
what you want to do is you're going to want to tell me how
Do I need
you're...
to distract somebody?
Maybe. How your character is going to contribute to getting treasure out of this shipwreck, and then you will make a roll. So, anything you do is going to be tied to an ability roll, and then you're going to make that ability roll. The skill challenge will end when you guys have either failed 3 times or succeeded a maximum of 5 times. That's how the skill challenge goes.
Can Zavroski be giving out bardic inspiration on these?
You get an inspiration, and you get an inspiration.
I mean, it's not as good as regular inspiration.
Yeah, on these that wouldn't really be.
'Kay.
Yeah.
Just trying to use all my tools.
I hear you. No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. All right. So who wants to go first? DC for this is 14, in fact.
I have
DC.
a thing I would like to do.
All right. What do you want to do?
I want to be able to either pry open some of because if it's a shipwreck, I want to be able to pull away some of the wood to help get at the treasure a little bit easier because I'm the swollest.
Sure. The swollest. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Breaking into places to get stuff. That's a super good idea. Okay.
Muscle wizard cast fist.
All right. So that sounds like an athletics check.
I can do that. Come on, +6.
Boom.
25.
All right. 1 success in the box. All right. Who else has an idea?
I don't really got much for this situation, but
Pull out your hog.
probably a perception check, see if I find something special inside the wreck.
Well, Elona's already in there.
Well,
But to
these
see
can
if I
all-
see something that's not just gold or something that stands out.
Sure.
No,
sort
that
of
was
picking
the joke is that Elona's special
Oh, I see.
because it's Cole.
Oh.
Fine, guys.
All right. You have to roll a
Cool.
disadvantage because you're distracted by Elona being in there. No, I kid. All right, I'll buy that. Yeah, that sounds good. Where you're kind of finding the choicest of things to bring out in your limited time. All right. So perception check.
Oh, that's some bullshit. I just rolled a 16 and it didn't show it.
Oh no.
Of course.
Oh no.
Of course.
All right. It's only one
Can I
failure.
give Cole one of my inspirations or no?
No.
I have so many.
Oh, he has his own inspirations.
Yeah, so
Sure, I'll use one of mine. If I can.
Sure.
Bam.
Oh, wow. All right. Fine. Hang on. Let me go get Cole. All right. Who else has ideas? All right, Cole. 1 down. That's 2 successes, no failures.
So we're searching for treasure, right?
You're in the shipwreck, and you have a limited time frame to try to get as much treasure out of the shipwreck as you can.
I'll let
Zavroski is going to be thinking of his knowledge, maybe history of ships and where their treasure would most likely be stored to steer us in the right direction.
All right. Fair enough. All right, so what's that, a history check?
Yeah.
Clever. Okay, I like it.
I couldn't think of any charisma-based things for
Yeah,
searching for
I was like,
treasure.
do I persuade the ship? Do
Tell
I
me, ship,
intimidate
where's
the
your
ship?
treasure?
APP ship.
Oh, I love it.
Nice
I love
treasure
it.
you got there, BB.
All right. All right. Wow. Okay, 3 successes, man. All right, here we go. You got 2 more possible successes.
Okay, so I'm thinking Jake would be using his mage hand to kind of reach into the nooks and crannies that you can't necessarily get into without the mage hand.
All right, I'll buy that. All right. Let me take this.
So would that be my usual sleight of hand with my mage hand?
Sure. Yeah. What's that? Your sleight of hand or dex? Yeah, I'll buy that.
Booyah. But I did it with disadvantage because we're underwater, so 13.
Disadvantage?
Because I can't see underwater. I'm in
Can't
low
see.
light, so I'm kind of more feeling around with the mage hand than I am actually seeing things. So I'm
Okay.
kind of like feeling down in the nooks and crannies, like.
All right, I'll buy that. All right, then that is a failure. The first failure. All right, 3 successes, 1 failure. Who has more ideas on how to get treasure out of this sunken ship?
Probably
Help
not me, 'cause I got
us!
disadvantage down here on everything.
Can I don't know, what more strength things can I do? Besides, I mean, I guess I can try and find the heaviest looking things, such as a treasure chest, and chuck those up on my shoulders since no one else is going to be able to take those and start trying to move those out.
On the heavy things. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'll buy that too. I'll buy it. You got it. All right, strength check.
Yeah, nat 20.
Ooh. All right, 4 successes. You guys are
Elona's feeling real strong. It's because she didn't get to punch the shark.
you guys are just about out of time. We have time for 1 more success.
Okay, I have an idea.
Oh, I like it. All right, I like it
I don't
already.
like the pause there. The pause scared me.
All right, I have this spell called Expeditious Retreat. I can use a bonus action while this spell is active to dash. Would I be able to cover more space searching for stuff using this spell? Mind you,
Sure,
I'm
fine.
a warlock and I only have 2 spells.
Fine. Sure. Cast the spell. We'll take it.
Sweet. What kind of check would that be?
I guess we'll use that as a perception if you're still looking for things. I guess that would be like a perception thing. You're still searching.
Okay.
Come on, Cole.
Hey.
16.
All right, that's it. Okay. All right, so you guys find all total. Let's see. So the dragon takes his share. All right, so your. Well, actually, we'll have to do that. We'll have to divide by 5. All right, so you guys find a.
Well, I assume it's all going to go in the party fund, so.
All right, so there are 2. So I'm gonna take these potions of water breathing off, I think. All right, so there are 2 things of note. There is a there's an ivory statue of a monkey that you find. This seems to be probably worth about 250 gold.
Ooh.
There is a wand that you find. That is a finely crafted wand. Certainly seems to be something very special.
Ooh, it's got a silver tip.
There are 5 10-pound 5 10-pound silver trade bars
Jeez.
and
We end money.
all right, so let's see. No, I'm just gonna put this as this is where I need a pencil, a good old fashioned pencil.
A pam.
What year is this?
85 to.
Are you writing on paper right now?
Ew.
Gross.
I thought we were paperless in this day and age.
Yeah, what the hell?
Negative 50. Wow, 250. Holy smokes. And then the statues. So we'll just put that over there.
Are we like, how are we, okay, just,
Let's just round the silver up. So all the coins, all totaled, you guys are getting 586 dragons worth of treasure. Not counting the wand.
The dragon is we're out of air.
Yeah. So the dragon so there are 85 loose dragons and 62 loose shards, which are the silver. And the dragon offers that he says, coins are my preferred medium of exchange. If you would let me take the coins, I suppose you can have the rest of all of this.
Okay with that.
That sounds great to me.
I have a question for you, Dragon.
Yes.
Mr. Dragon.
Yes.
If, perhaps, while you were swimming along, you saw a single gold piece tied to a rope, would that have intrigued you?
Oh, absolutely. How often do you find a gold piece tied to a rope?
God damn it!
Also, our dragon friend, Zelefarn, we are coming dangerously close to the end of the power of our potion. Would you be able to help us get to the surface quickly?
Well, sure, of course. You guys have been very, very friendly, very nice. I'll clean this place out as best I can, and it's been a pleasure. So he says, grab on. And you grab onto his wings, and he sort of thrusts his wings.
This is the greatest day of my life!
It's pretty outrageous. You're moving faster through the water than is at all even possible. And you guys actually sort of burst out of the surface of the water, and he actually takes a small flight.
Free Willy.
And then he's like, where shall I bring you?
You see that boat down there, right there?
No, the shore. Then we don't have to pay the guy.
And then you guys get out, and it's like,
Why
oh,
don't we just
actually,
straight
and he's like,
back?
he's starting to flap. He's like, oh, you guys are actually very heavy. There, this boat should be good. And he sort of glides into this boat.
If Vajra wants to contact you again, Zelafan, what's the best way? We'd like to have great relations with you while you're staying near the city.
Piece of fucking rope.
Tell her to send you. I like you. I like you guys. I like all of you. You've been quite a treat. This has been an entertaining bit of time.
This has been very fun for us as well. But how would we be able to contact you from the surface?
Oh, from the
Can I
surface.
tie a piece of gold to a rope? You'll know it's me.
Well, if I see it, of course. I generally hang out far below the surface. I suppose.
Well, how far would Thunderwave travel underwater? Because it makes an audible boom of for 300 feet out of the water, and as we all know, sound travels further underwater.
That's
So
a
if I
fair
were to make
idea.
a Thunderwave, could I call him with the boom of a Thunderwave?
That's a fine idea. Surely I would hear that underneath the waters. You are very, very clever. Very clever.
I have my moments.
You mortals, you short lives never cease to amaze me. This is fantastic. Well, it has been.
And my in with Vajra. I'm in direct contact with the dragon.
Yes, quite.
Well,
It's all coming together now.
it has been a pleasure. I am going to go and count my coins. And he flies up and it hits the water in this massive wave. And
How badly has this fisherman shit his pants?
Oh,
Yeah.
all the fishermen, everyone on the boat has not moved in this entire thing. They're all like,
I just want to say that was fucking awesome.
they're just,
You never know unless you ask.
they're just looking at you guys like,
What a dragon.
Yes, that's fantastic.
So they eventually get out of their stupor, and so there really is a dragon. Oh no, we're doomed. We're doing
No,
it, mates. We're
He's
doing
a
it.
friendly dragon.
He's quite friendly.
Nice,
He
pretty
is
chill.
quite friendly.
You saw he didn't eat us, or even he actually brought us to the surface. He was a great friend.
That's true. A friendly dragon? Waterdeep has a friendly dragon protecting it now. Ha ha.
That's the best
well,
way to look
that-
at it. That's the best way to look at it. I'd say protect. I would use the words protecting.
You might be stretching what is actually happening,
There's a friendly dragon here.
but there is a friendly dragon amongst us.
Oh, this is amazing. And we were there. We brought the dragon here. Oh, this would be fantastic. We've got a tale to tell. Boyos, the one that got away. I almost caught that dragon. We were fishing for it, but our lines weren't long enough. I hate it when my line's not long enough. I need a longer line, lads.
Everyone hates that.
Yes, that's terrible. All right, so you guys are... All right, we got to wrap. Congratulations. Oh, we actually have to report back to
Viagra.
Viagra.
We can do that tomorrow.
Oh, we do that tomorrow. Yeah, good call. Let me,
Yeah.
Let's see. I know I don't have to make too many notes because Zavroski's got the notes, but I got to at least remember where I got to do that. Okay, fantastic. So you guys have gotten to meet a dragon, a young bronze dragon, in fact, which is cool.
He was
This
so
is-
nice.
Oh, here, look, we should, while we're here,
Oh.
direct for the Monster Manual.
Yeah.
Them emerald eyes, though.
Yeah, and so he seems to have taken a shine to you guys. You guys were able to net a bit of treasure. I put the treasure on the treasure sheet, so let's see, what did I put?
The statuette and the wand.
Yeah, so the silver bars I just converted into gold because that's super easy. The statuette and the wand I left on the treasure sheet. Those are on there.
Zavroski will be using identify as a ritual to identify those later.
Okay, fine. Here, take it. It is a
Take
Tell me the statuette is a summonable monkey.
The
Please tell me
statuette-
it's a summonable monkey.
It's not magical, but it is worth about 250 gold. So that's a
I
pretty
want
nice find.
Elona with a little capuchin monkey on her shoulder.
That would be really cool. The
Right?
wand is magical though, and it is a wand of magic detection.
Magic eyes.
Huh, I can get rid of magic eyes and use
Ooh.
something else.
Look at that. That's kind of cool. Look, pictures for everything.
Magic
Oh, that's
eyes.
nice. I
That's
like
kind
that.
of neat. Yeah. All right, so you guys have met a dragon. You guys have some other ties. I know Zavroski, you have a letter from the freaking Castellanter family, which is sort of outrageous. And so we're in. Anything else? We will do the reporting back to Vajra in the next episode. That's going to be Thursday, a week from today, in fact.
Yeah.
Cool. So Tuesday Grognards are gonna come on to the channel. They'll be there. If you guys haven't hit that follow button yet, please do so. Send our notifications so you'll know when we're streaming, because we would love to hang you around. Super great thanks to our subscribers and friends who are in the chat. You guys make the night so much more fun and entertaining for us. We genuinely do appreciate it a lot. This video will be up on YouTube here in the next couple of days. And then, of course, next Thursday, we will be back with the Edgelords and Murder Hobos as we continue our traipse through the magic city of Waterdeep. Until then,
Nerd out.
you guys are amazing. Elona.